Welcome. We're going over the courier industry. This is something anybody can do using their personal vehicle. My partner and I started this business in 2023 in a Kia Forte. Since then, we have scaled into 2 cargo vans, have hired drivers, and y'all can do the same thing. Start with your current resources and scale as you grow. It won't take you long to scale once you have your hands on this courier money. This is $1 trillion transportation industry that we're talking about. So a lot of people, hey, Kel, a lot of people like to say, oh, there's no money in this. Oh, I can't find anything. Oh, this is not a real opportunity, so on and so forth. I am not in the business of convincing people. If you don't know how to do your research and find out that this is $1 trillion industry, tons of types of cargo to transport in $1 trillion industry, not just medical supplies, devices, equipment, medication, and so on and so forth. When you keep your options open to all types of cargo, we can see some success, okay? The only requirements to be a courier is that you're 21, you have a valid license, registration, and insurance, and a decent driving record. What's considered decent is no more than 3 infractions in the past 3 years. 3 infractions in the past 3 years. If y'all see me looking over here, I'm live on YouTube while I'm live on TikTok, because y'all know how TikTok likes to get, okay? So don't mind that. Vehicle time and insurance that you currently have available. So it could be a sedan, it could be a SUV, minivan, pickup truck. As long as it's at least a 2010 or newer, we can use it. So it doesn't really matter what type of vehicle it is. If you meet the requirements, then just get started, okay? Now, the time aspect of this, you could be a part-time courier. Let's say you only have time before work or after work, or nights only, or weekends only. You just look for contracts, not apps. You look for contracts within the time frame that you are available, okay? And I'm gonna show y'all how to look and find contracts. Just vibe with me and I got y'all, okay? Vehicle time and insurance that we have. Also, you could be full-time. If this is just a side hustle, let it just be a side hustle. But if you want to take it all the way, form an LLC, make it a legit business, you can do that as well. We're 1099 contractors. There's no rules to this thing. There is no, oh, you must be here at this time, you must take this contract. No, we decide the contracts we accept. We decide the contracts we decline, okay? We're in control. We don't have a boss in this game. That is the beauty of being a 1099 contractor, okay? Now, the insurance aspect of this. You meet the insurance requirements in the contract that you're going for. So, of course, there's contracts that require commercial, but there are contracts that don't require commercial. Most people on DoorDash or Instacart or Uber or Spark, most of them don't have commercial insurance. They are technically doing courier work. So if you know how to pick up from point A and take to point B, then you've been a courier this whole time. If most of them don't have commercial, most of these contractors don't require commercial. Now, of course, you'll run into ones that do require that. So you have to meet that requirement for that contract. All of your answers are in the contract description. This is why I can't tell anybody how many miles or how many hours or what type of cargo or what's the vehicle requirement, what's the insurance requirement. Do you need HIPAA and bloodborne? If you do, it's only a medical contract. It's not some secret code to the whole courier industry, okay? So your answers are in the contract description. It depends on the contract that you're looking at. So this insurance thing is, and it's like the insurance agents like to get in my comments as if they're telling me something I don't know. I worked for Geico from 2021 to May of this year, okay? I'm not some content creator up here running my mouth. So they like to get in my comments and talk crazy. Listen, you meet the requirements in the contract that you're going for. You can have business insurance, which is much cheaper than commercial insurance. That protects you in your business. You can have cargo coverage. You can have a higher coverage limit on your standard auto policy. There's a lot of ways to protect yourself other than commercial insurance, okay? So, HIPAA and bloodborne pathogen. Let's talk about this. This teaches you how to keep patient information confidential and how to safely transport biohazard materials. Y'all, I'm trying to figure out why it's 80 people in here and 0 likes. Please let me know that, because I can keep my mouth closed. This is all info y'all would have to look up right now. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. HIPAA and Bloodborne teaches you how to keep patient information confidential, and it teaches you how to safely transport biohazard materials. So this is only assisting you on the medical side. Thank you, Kel. Thank you, Celtics Pride. I appreciate you. You driving my bag. You're good. You're good. Okay. That's how you show your appreciation for these gems I'm dropping. If you're driving, be safe. But anybody else, get a tapping. Thank you, Gary, for the lightning. Okay. So that teaches you on the medical side how to be in accordance with the HIPAA laws. Okay. That way you're not violating anyone's privacy, because you could be dealing with their bodily fluids, blood samples, urine samples, COVID shots, flu shots, medication. So you got to keep that patient's information safe. Thank you, Cherie. Thank you, Chelsea. Thank you, Gimpy. I appreciate y'all. You got to keep that patient's information safe, and you got to learn how to transport these types of materials. Good morning. Good morning. So that is only assisting you on the medical side. I know these content creators' whole gimmick. This is why they hate me. This is why they send people to block and report and do all this nonsense. Thank you, Cherie, for the heart me. I appreciate you, love. It's because they're mad that now I'm not gatekeeping. I'm giving y'all actual info. This is not some secret code to the whole courier industry. They are setting y'all up to be medical couriers. Thank you, Tasha. And medical couriers only. Okay, over here, we're not medical couriers. We are couriers. We are not going to limit ourselves to one tiny oversaturated sector of this game. I'm going to be a courier, period. I appreciate you, Cherie. Thank you, Jasmine, for liking the live. I'm going to be a courier, period. I don't care if it's medical stuff, if it's auto parts, if it's legal documents, if it's liquor, if it's luggage, if it's parcels and packages, if it's an airport delivery. I'm going to keep my options open. Why would I limit myself to being a medical courier when everyone has already hopped onto that bandwagon? It makes no sense. It's going to be hard to secure medical contracts in most areas because everybody has already hopped on that. Everybody only knows about medical in a $1 trillion transportation industry. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? You're setting us up to be professional couriers. Exactly. I'm not going to teach you how to be a medical courier. Be a courier. Okay? When it's time to apply, we look for courier contracts on Google, Indeed, and CB Driver. Google, Indeed, and CB Driver. Now, we have to discuss everything else that I went over because too many people don't have realistic expectations, and I know why. Because of these content creators. No cargo anywhere on their page. Meanwhile, y'all are listening to these people. Where's the cargo? You're a courier. Where's the cargo on your page? Okay, so I'm telling y'all, half of these people, I don't care if they have 100,000, 200,000 followers. If there's no cargo on that page, they're not in the industry. Okay, thank you, Cherie. Thank you, Cherie, love. I appreciate you. Okay, so understand this is never a one and done kind of thing. As long as you're a courier, look at Mia already joining my community. Mia, I haven't even spoken about the community. I'm giving y'all free info. Mia said I'm getting in. I know that's right. Welcome, Mia, to Road to Revenue. Welcome, love. So when it's time to apply, understand this is never a one and done kind of task. I'm new here. Can I be one in Miami or Georgia? You could be one wherever you are. I got people in my community, Alabama, the DMV area, somebody in Oklahoma, somebody in Utah, Washington, Illinois, Michigan, Louisiana, Missouri, Texas, Florida, the Carolinas, Georgia, of course, Georgia in there deep. I'm just telling y'all, courier work is being done nationwide. Everything you see around your house, everything you see around your job was delivered in a vehicle by a courier. So people that drop their cities, that's fine. But I'll need you to ask yourself, do y'all have retail businesses? Do you have body shops, dealerships, collision centers? Do you go to a mechanic to get your oil changed? They need auto parts. Do you have pharmacies, vet clinics, nursing homes, hospitals, doctor's offices? If you do, courier work is being done. Y'all got airport shipyards. That's the big money. Get TWIC and TSA clearance delivered to the airports. Don't worry, because I'm not a content creator. I can show y'all the cargo we move. I can show you an airport delivery. You're saying, please help. I'm helping you literally right now. Get off the keyboard and let's listen. Get off the keyboard and let's listen. Okay, so when it's time to apply, look for courier contracts and do it daily. Of course, securing a contract is going to be the hardest part. Anything worth having is not just going to fall out the sky and into your lap. And especially in a cutthroat industry like transportation, nothing is going to be handed to you. Any of y'all that know truck drivers, these people don't play any freaking games. They don't expect things to be handed to them. So even though we're coming into this industry at a lower level, it still does not change that fact. It's like I got the steps on the screen and people just want to overcomplicate it. People want to talk themselves out of it. Okay? It's right there. It's right there for that reason. So we look for courier contracts. Now, until you secure a contract, that is your main goal. This is a daily task. Now, in some small areas, because somebody's going to say, oh, I've been doing that. I haven't found anything. How often have you been doing it? You did it last week. Did you do it yesterday? Are you going to do it today? Are you going to do it tomorrow? Are you going to do it next week? Okay, this is not a one and done kind of thing. You can always make your processes more efficient. You can always swap out a lower paying contract for a better paying one. You can always switch out this contract that's further from home for this one that's closer to home. If you're not making your processes more efficient, who's going to do it? It's not about what we feel like doing. We don't feel like doing a lot of things. Did you feel like going to work this morning? Did you feel like feeding those kids, cooking dinner? Okay, it's not about what we feel like. It's called discipline. Thank you, Nana Joe, for the heart meme. Thank you, love. Okay? I'm going to get back to number 3. But hell no. I know that's right, Miss Tiffany. Hell no. Okay? So, about number 3. Let's say you want to still get HIPAA and bloodborne pathogen certified. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Kel, for liking the live. Let's say you still want to get HIPAA and bloodborne pathogen, good morning, certified. You will look up HIPAA and bloodborne pathogen. A whole lot of companies will pull up. It's literally an online training. You're not sitting in anyone's class. The answers will be given to you. You can look them up if you need to, if you miss something. It will be done in 90 minutes or less. Now, Integrity Delivers has a training where the two come bundled together for $38.95. So you can put it off in the meantime, understand this is only on the medical side, and then get it when a contract actually requires it. In the meantime, we don't have to rush and spend any money. We can wait, and then when the contract is requiring HIPAA and bloodborne, because it's a medical contract, then we can go spend the money, do the training in 90 minutes or less. So, like I said, when it's time to apply, we have to do our part. We have to do our part. We got to do this daily. Okay? It's not just going to fall out the sky, y'all. People have goals, but they don't want to put forth the effort to obtain those goals, to get there. I don't feel like doing shit. It's my birthday, woohoo, but here I am driving from Georgia, LOL. Look at Tony. Y'all, Tony's my guy, okay? Tony's been in the game. Tony's also in my community. He said, today's his birthday. Happy birthday to Tony. He said, you think Tony feels like driving right now on his birthday? No, but look what he's doing. People that don't make excuses, okay? I know that's right, Tony. Happy birthday. So, y'all, do your part and you will see success. Do your part and you will get to this money. So we're going to get into the 5 reasons that y'all haven't seen success. First, I'm going to show you the cargo we move. Because right now I could still just be some content creator just up here running my mouth. Until they show y'all the cargo they move, I wouldn't take any advice from these liars. I wouldn't. Okay? So let's look at it. Thank you, Jasmine. And y'all, people say, oh, you're mean. Oh, you're rude. Listen, I just don't talk to people like babies, okay? We are grown adults. If I'm not your cup of tea, like Amaya said, if y'all watch Love Island, don't drink it. If I'm not your cup of tea, don't drink it. Plenty of creators feeding out butterflies, rainbows, and BS. If that's what you like, go over there. Has that secured you a contract? Okay. We're grown, y'all. We're grown. I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. Sometimes we need some motivation. Sometimes we need somebody to really want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. Sometimes we need some motivation. Sometimes we need somebody to really live. So this whole thing started in IKEA. Right. Bye, Felicia. This whole thing started in a Kia Forte, not a cargo van, not a box truck, a 2016 Kia Forte with T-Force Logistics. T-Force Logistics. No pretty lies, but ugly truth. I know that's right. T-Force Logistics, our one and only medical courier company. Since then, our main source of income, auto parts. Auto parts are paying. Auto parts are paying. This is an auto part that'll fit right in your center console. More auto parts, these will fit right in the front seat of your car. Okay, here's a Home Depot delivery. This is where I get people, oh, there's no courier work being done in my area. There is. If you have these businesses, there is. This is literal printer paper and toilet paper going to Home Depot. They need supplies. They need mail. They need merchandise. There's courier work to be done. Now, here's me with my man before somebody says, oh, that's not even you. Here I am. There's the same dog, okay? He's bigger now. That's my baby Ace, okay? Did work for Geico, just like I said. Top performer over there. How do you get the contracts with Home Depot? You look for all types of cargo. You don't limit yourself to being a medical courier. Now, I'm not physically allowed to give out the current contractors that we work with. I just gave y'all T-Force Logistics because we're no longer contracted with them. They were a good company. We just moved into cargo vans. Y'all want our current contractors, you gotta get in the room. You gotta join the Discord. You gotta join the community. Then you're able to ask me, hey, not for $500, not for $5,000, $55. Okay, access to me and my community with over 250 couriers included. But they know I have a presence on social media. They say, you better not never give us out on that TikTok. They don't want their phones being flooded. Okay, so when you get in the room, you're able to ask me, hey, who was that Home Depot delivery for? Hey, who was that airport delivery for? Who do you deliver auto parts for? And then because it's on a smaller scale, I'm able to tell you when it's not 60, 70, 80, 100, 120, 130, 140 people. Big degrade. Not that it matters, but I'm not somebody just up here running my mouth. Here's the airport delivery. Okay. So now, before I show this video, well, it's already showing. This is gross. Okay, so people like to talk that crap in my comments. Oh, you're not telling people about the gas. You're not telling people about insurance and the car notes. And listen, those are costs incurred by your work. They are write-offs. So yes, a driver's pay comes out of this money. Yes, gas comes out of this money. They spend $200 a week for each van. Okay, we're local. We're not driving all across the country over the road. Yes, insurance, you pay for insurance anyway. We don't have commercial because we're not crossing state lines and our vehicles are under 10,000 pounds. Our contractors don't require us to have commercial. So that insurance is literally nothing. Okay, the notes, you would pay for notes anyway. Don't you pay for your car note anyway? Don't you pay for your insurance anyway? Don't you pay for your gas on DoorDash and Instacart and Uber? All right, then it's no different. Yes, this is gross, y'all. This is gross. Okay, but every expense incurred by this business is a write-off. I'm not concerned with expenses when we have thousands coming in. And this is with 2 vans, y'all. This is why I say don't compare people's years into your day one. Our day one, what did our day one look like? We didn't have money for a cargo van. Our day one looked just like your day one. Okay, so I just had to put this thing into perspective. I'm going to show you an SUV route. Everyone's in the comments like, I want to be a medical courier. I want to be a medical courier. I want to transport medical stuff. It's auto parts. You can see the body shop in the background. Everything is not medical. Okay. Now, basically, y'all get it. We finally took business photos. This is us, me and my man. How much is it to rent a cargo van? Depends on where you're located. They could get into the hundreds. It just depends. They know how much money is out here in the courier game. So renting is not cheap. They know the potential. If they know the potential, why don't y'all know the potential? This is $1 trillion industry. Okay, so that's why they charge 100, 120, 150, maybe 200 to rent, because they know about this courier money. Now you got a connection. You got somebody that has a van sitting around. then maybe it may be different. You want to hop on Facebook Marketplace, maybe you'll get lucky. But the majority, these companies, these rental companies, they already know this is a $1 trillion industry. They already know about the income potential. So yeah, they're taxing. Yeah, they're expensive to rent. Okay? So you just got to look up. But I wouldn't suggest you renting a cargo van. If you have a current vehicle at your fingertips, a sedan, an SUV, a minivan, a pickup truck, I would use that. We started in our 2016 Kia Forte to keep our overhead and investment as low as possible. And then in less than a year, once you have your hands on this Courier money, we were able to scale from the Kia into our first cargo van. And less than a year after that, scaled from our first cargo van into our second one. And we're not in a big area. We're in middle Georgia. I'm not in Atlanta. I'm not in Savannah. We're still a 6-figure business. Still made this happen. This is why I don't deal with excuses. I don't deal with people that want people to feel bad for them. Oh, there's nothing in my area. No. Listen, you could hire drivers. You could go to the source, carve your own direct relationship with the businesses near you. Everything isn't always online. But y'all got to go out there and get it. Okay? So let's go from the top. 21. Valid license, registration, and insurance. Thank you, Cherie. Valid license, registration, and insurance, and a decent driving record. What's considered decent is no more than 3 infractions in the past 3 years. We use the vehicle, the time, the insurance we have available. It could be a sedan, a SUV, minivan, pickup truck, cargo van, as long as it's at least a 2010 or newer. If you're doing, yes, you can rent. Let me say this. Yes, you can rent. You got to opt into their insurance coverage. Yes, you can use family and friends' vehicles. Got to be listed on their insurance as a driver. Okay? But just make sure you just start with what you can. Don't try to keep up with the Joneses. Don't try to compare people's years into your day one. Start where you can. Don't get in this industry already in debt, already in over your head. And now you're facing failure. Okay, so now the time aspect of this, you could be a part-time courier or you could be a full-time courier. It's up to you. If you're doing this part-time, maybe before work only or after work only or weekends only or overnight only, you can do that. We just look for contracts within that time frame. Okay, now if you're doing this part-time, you're aiming for 500 weekly. No taxes is coming out, because we are 1099 contractors. Now, when it's time for tax season, of course, we're going to be taxed, y'all. Thank you, Duchess. Thank you, love. Of course, we're going to be taxed, y'all. Okay? That's why you keep a record of your gas, your maintenance, your repairs, the food you eat. Thank you, Nikki. What else? Supplies. So on, so forth. Your phone bill, all kind of stuff. Any cost incurred by your courier work, you're going to write this off. You're going to keep a record of your expenses on a bookkeeping software like QuickBooks or Stride or Everlance. Okay? Now you're going to reference this when it's time for tax season. This is why when people talk that crap about expenses, I'm like, okay, let expenses stop you. Please let it stop you. More money, more room for us. Okay? I'm not in the business of convincing. If I'm being honest, I don't care if y'all get in or not. It's not going to affect me. This is why I don't gatekeep. There's no way for y'all to affect my business in New York, in New Jersey, and in Texas, and North Carolina, where I am here in Georgia. Okay, and vice versa. So why are we gatekeeping in a $1 trillion industry? It's nonsense. There's enough money for us all to win. Okay, for the people that are serious. All right. So the time aspect, if you want to be a full-time courier, you want to form an LLC, you want to take it all the way, you're going to make this your main source of income, you will aim for 1,500 weekly, getting into the 2,000s, 2,500 plus when you scale this business. We talk scaling when we get to 20K likes. We got a ways to go. Y'all want to learn how we got into our cargo vans? You want to learn how to hire drivers if you can't drive, if you don't want to drive for whatever reason? Your schedule doesn't allow you to? You want to learn how to transport for the government and make the biggest money out here? This is info I could choose to gatekeep to my community, but I spread the love. But we got to get to 20K likes. Okay? So that's when you get into the 2,000, 2,500 plus weekly. Sit down, Ace. Sit down. I'm doing business right now. I don't got time to play, AC. I got you in a minute. So, insurance. Insurance aspect of this game, meet the insurance in the the contract description. Okay, if they're asking for commercial, then you need commercial. If they're not asking, thank you, Kel. If they're not asking for commercial, then you don't need commercial. If you want to get business insurance through Simply Business, if you want to get cargo coverage, if you want to up your coverage limit on your policy, you can do those things to protect you and that cargo. Okay, if you just want to feel extra safe. But I'm telling you, as long as you meet the requirements in the contract, you're good. Now, the insurance agents, I had to get on somebody, and I don't like to cuss. I don't like to get rude. I'm echoing, y'all. Is there an echo? Is it better now? I don't like to get rude, but the insurance agents in my comments, okay. Thank you, Duchess. The insurance agents in my comments talking about, oh, well, you get in an accident and they find out that you're a courier, they're not going to cover anything. Is the adjuster pulling up on scene to the accident? How do they know that you're doing courier work unless you open your mouth and tell them? Those can be Amazon boxes. Those could be you moving. Who knows that you're doing courier work unless you open your mouth and tell them that you're a courier? I'm just confused. Okay? This is why I say they talk all that nonsense as if they don't scam people out of thousands of dollars. I would know because I worked for Geico. Okay? They have a loophole. Oh, you didn't have this coverage, so we can't cover it. Oh, well, you didn't have this, so da-da-da-da. No adjusters will pull up to the scene of the accident. Okay? So who knows that you're a courier unless you explain that you're a courier? Make that make sense. Okay? So HIPAA and bloodborne pathogen. You get this training when you're going for a contract that requires it. And that means it's a medical contract. Way more to transport than medical supplies, devices, equipment, and pharmaceuticals. All of that is cool, but everybody has already hopped onto that bandwagon. Thank you for dropping gems. Thank you for being here, Duchess. Y'all don't gotta be here. I know it don't seem like I'm appreciative. I'm appreciative, y'all. I'm just cutthroat because, y'all, I'm so serious about this. Too many people are overthinking themselves into doing nothing. I need y'all to just get started. So you will look up HIPAA and bloodborne pathogen. A whole lot of companies pull up. Y'all go through whoever y'all want to go through. Okay? Integrity Delivers is one. They're accredited. The two come bundled. Integrity Delivers. In case somebody missed it, Integrity Delivers. The two come bundled together with them for $38.95. $38.95. What if you're HHA or CNA and did that training? If you're in the medical field like Nikki and you already did that training, you're already HIPAA and bloodborne pathogen certified. So you could put it confidently because you know that you're in the medical field. You already got that training. Okay? Thank you, Play and Pray. All right? So now when it's time to apply, like I said, this is where y'all pick your choice. You can take the elevator with me, and no, it's not a requirement. This is why I don't gatekeep. This is why I give y'all the free route. I give you realistic expectations. I know more than half of y'all thought that there was only medical stuff to transport, so no, I'm not a gatekeeper. Okay? But y'all want years of people's knowledge, expertise, all my companies, access to me and my community, my resume, my scripts to follow up, and all of this for free. It's $55, not $500. Like these content creators, it's $55 or $13.75 with Klarna and Afterpay to skip to what matters. When you're on Indeed, when you're doing the free route, when you're using ChatGPT, I would know because I tested it out. ChatGPT is only going to give you so much, and then it's going to start repeating and repeating and repeating. By the time you feed in all your experience into ChatGPT, you could have just created your own resume. What matters is getting these applications in. So with me, you get the resume already done. You get a list of already vetted, already verified courier companies. You don't have to guess, are they legit? Is this a scam? Do they pay well? You know they do. Links already included. Okay? You get my whole entire live overview, all the different types of cargo, the LLC insurance conversation, business bank account for when it's time for it. You get in the room with people already in the industry like Dr. LeConte in my community, already on her second contract. A whole doctor out here get into this career money. Okay? I'm not in the business of scamming y'all. I got asked to put my information into a resource. I started this page in January, started going live the beginning of May. I started dropping this big money info, and people asked me to put my information into a resource, and I delivered. So don't shoot the messenger. If you don't want it, don't get it. I don't have your credit card. All right? So to get it, y'all, if you want it, you will click my profile picture in the top left-hand corner. It is only on sale while I'm live. Okay? People purchase at $75 all day and night because they don't want to navigate an industry blind. You could do the free route, do the free route, do the free route. If you don't know what to search for, if you don't know how to use the internet to your advantage, if you don't know who's trusted, who pays well, if you don't know how to speak in a way that secures these contracts, if you don't know how to search for all types of cargo, the free route still will not work for you. Okay? We didn't navigate this industry blindly. We purchased from y'all's favorite courier creator. And we got his guide, and it was literally just a list of nationwide companies. No sense of direction, no overview, no requirements, supplies, certifications, no scripts to follow up, no keywords to find what's near us. I give y'all all of this as well as access to me and my community. What are we talking about? Okay, so it is the link in my bio. I'm not even supposed to say that, but if you want to get it, and if you don't. I'm still going to teach you something regardless. Okay. Now let me see. Just got mine. Such a great deal for what's provided. Welcome, Missy. Welcome, love. My girl said I'm getting in. I know that's right. Welcome to the community. Do I have to take a lot of deliveries? I have a time crunch daily. You do not. You do not. So let me tell y'all, there's 3 types of opportunities, really 2, but under the second one falls 2 others. Okay. So there's on-call opportunities. On-call means, hey, Kiana, we have a stat order up to Atlanta. Can you take this for us? And either I accept if I'm available or I decline if I'm not. Hey, yeah, I can take that on. I'll be there. Or no, I'm sorry. I won't be able to take this. Thank you. It's that simple. That's on call. Now there's dedicated routes. There's contracts that have dedicated routes. Okay. Which means that's yours. That is your route. Let's say it's 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. You're going to be expected to be there. Okay. If you're not there, you need to have a backup driver, because understand in this game, if you're not doing the work, you're not getting paid, because we're 1099 contractors. So if you're there, then you get the amount detailed in the contract. If not, you need to have a backup driver or understand you're taking that period without pay. So that's a dedicated route. That means it's yours. This is a contract. It stays established until either of you decide to separate, you as the courier or them as the courier company. Okay. You can walk away at any time. Let's say they lose that client. They can walk away. Okay, but it stays established, y'all. Most times these courier companies have been running these routes for years and years and years and years and years. Okay, they will continue to do so for years and years and years and years and years. So the contract isn't going anywhere as long as you're doing your part, as long as you're on time, as long as you're professional, as long as you're not dressed inappropriately, pulling up blasting music, smelling like Mary Jane, having an attitude. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Okay, now this is consistent weekly non-taxed income that you can rely on. We should do nothing to compromise our weekly income. Most jobs don't even pay weekly, and if they do, it's a hell of a lot of taxes coming out. So we're about to get into the 5 reasons y'all haven't seen success. But back up, there's also another type of opportunity that y'all love. A lot of y'all love. What's the app? What's the app? What's the best app? Hey, what app do y'all use? Your kids can come, Miss Nikki. Your kids can come. I'm not concerned with the app. You get on apps and you guess. You don't know if today will be a good day or a bad day. You don't know if you'll get 12 orders or 2 orders, like I say. That's the reality of apps. You get on there and guess. We don't have time to guess in this economy. I'm not concerned with the app. Okay? We go for contracts. Contracts. Okay? So let's get into the 5 reasons y'all haven't seen success. Let's get into it, y'all. We got a ways to go to get to 20K likes. I guess y'all don't want the big money info. Y'all don't want to learn how to get into cargo vans? Y'all don't want to learn how to hire drivers and make passive income in this game? Tap into other markets? Y'all don't want to learn how to transport for the government? Come on now. Come on now. Okay, let's get into the 5 reasons y'all haven't seen success. If y'all need to catch this live replay, you know somebody that's sitting on their behind Okay? They have no excuse for it. They always got their hand out. Meanwhile, they have a car sitting right in their driveway. You could catch this live replay at Road to Revenue on YouTube. You can send them the link and say, hey, now there's no reason for you to be broke. There's no reason for you to be asking me for money. Not in this economy. We all got bills to pay. Thank you, Miss Monica. Thank you for liking the live. Thank you, Duchess. The contract sounds secure to me. I know that's right. I know that's right. Class is in session. Class is in session, y'all. Look at my dog. Tell him hey. Tell him hey, baby. So, let's get to it. First reason, if you've been paying attention, you already know what I'm about to say. I want to be a medical courier. I want to be a medical courier. No, be a courier. Be a courier. Look for all types of cargo. I don't care if it's legal documents. I don't care if it's parcels and packages. I don't care if it's liquor. I don't care if it's luggage. Miss Monica laughing at me. Y'all tap in with Miss Monica. Can you use your car? Most definitely. We started in a 2016 Kia Forte, Tommy. A 2016 Kia Forte. Don't limit yourself to one tiny oversaturated sector of this game. Be a courier. Not a medical courier, a courier. Y'all know. What's the app? What app are y'all using? I'm not concerned with apps. I'm not concerned with apps at all. Girl, you speak the truth. That's all I know. No BS. Miss Monica, I just thank you. Oh, it won't let me pin it because she said BS. But no BS over here. Okay? Thank you, Miss Monica. So, I'm not concerned with the app. Just like I told you, I can give them all day long. Don't say I didn't tell you. Half of these will put you on a wait list. The other half pay like doo-doo. That's the reality of apps. Okay, now, every now and then, yeah, you can hop on there and maybe find something good, okay? But for the majority, apps are going to fluctuate. You get on there and guess. I don't have time to guess. Drop off, Roadie Freight drop off, Senpex is a good one. They pay pretty well. GoPuff is a liquor delivery app. All right? These are apps. So people that are on apps like to talk that crap in my comments. The most I've ever made on an app in this industry is $50. Why are you lying to people? There's no money in this. Stop giving people false hope. Keep believing that. It's because you're on an app, love. I'm not concerned with the app. Get off Uber and DoorDash and Instacart and Roadie and Freight and get contracts. If you want to use apps to supplement the income that you have coming from contracts, then you can hop on an app. We'll make $150 from contracts, and we're going to look at a contract in a second. And then if you want to hop on an app like these to supplement your extra $50 to get to your $200 a day goal, then hop on an app. But don't let your main source of income come from a platform that fluctuates. Let it come from consistent opportunities like contracts. Okay? Now, third reason is if you don't have a courier resume. I'm trying to make sure that YouTube can't even see this, y'all. YouTube can't even see. But I'm explaining at the same time. Courier resume. If you do not have a courier resume, showing them your DoorDash, your Uber, your Spark, your Flex, your Lyft experience, how do they know that you've been a courier this whole entire time? Because trust me, you have been. Thank you, Miss Monica. Trust me, you have been. You know how to pick up from point A and take to point B. You're a courier. You bring those kids from the house to school. You're a courier. Okay? I've done DoorDash and Instacart, Uber and Instacart. Okay, you've been a courier. I've made a 500 and even more consistently with the same apps you're displaying. Okay, and that's in your area. But I'm telling you, you're probably in a good area. The majority of people on these very apps, I would know because they get in my comments. It's great that you've seen success from the apps, but everybody's not in a great area. And they get in my comments and they get on me. Oh, there's no money in this. Oh, no. Oh, I can't make any of that. You're lying. So it's great that you've seen success, Robert, but everybody hasn't. In most areas, these are not good. This is why we go for contracts. So if you got DoorDash and Uber and Instacart and Spark and Lyft experience, put that on a courier resume because you've been a courier. They need to know if they want success, sometimes it's worth relocating. And like some people live literally in the middle of nowhere. There is no relocating. Like you live in Oklahoma, you live in Utah, like somebody in my community, there is no relocating. They got to go for contracts. Thank you. I'm just letting you know, everybody, you could relocate, you could literally drive hours and still be in a rural area, still be in the middle of nowhere in some states. Now, you're in a more populated area, then yeah, you can see success. But the majority, a lot of people are not. So they need to be going for contracts. They need to be checking in with their local businesses. So the courier resume has to show some type of courier experience. Now, fourth reason, one and done. This is never a one and done kind of thing. This is not, let me apply to everything I see Monday. Yesterday was Monday, right? Yeah. I'm going to apply to everything I see Monday. Hopefully by Friday, I'll hear back from someone. You won't. You won't. Okay? We got to do our part. We got to do it daily until you secure a contract. Of course, we're not talking apps. Of course, securing a legit contract is going to be the hardest part. You have to do your part daily. You got to do your part. Besides the resume, what else do I need to land a contract? It's right here, Miss Michelle. Okay. You need to be looking for all types of cargo. You need to get off the apps and be looking for contracts. You got to have that professional courier resume. You need to be looking for contracts daily. I'm going to get the steps back on the screen. And the final, not following up. I promise you, you could do everything else. You can exhaust yourself doing the previous. If you are still not following up, it still does not matter. You might as well have not done anything. Okay? Because most times, nobody is going to get back to us. That's just reality. Everybody and their mama needs a source of income right now. Everybody and their mama is flooding these courier companies with applications, especially on the medical side. I can't vouch for what success you'll see if you want to be a medical courier. Thank you, Michelle, for liking the live. Okay? So if you don't follow up, I swear, you could be looking for all types of cargo. You cannot be looking for apps, but actual contracts. You could have a beautiful courier resume. You could be doing this daily, exhausting yourself, applying. If you're not following up, it means nothing. Thank you, Michelle. It means nothing. Okay? You gotta follow up. My first form of communication, I will email everybody. I don't care if I get on their nerves. They're not going to jump through the phone. I need this money. Okay? I'm going to email first. My email is going to get to who's in charge. Then, a closed mouth don't get fed. I will hop in my car and go there. Email isn't working. There's an address listed online. I will hop in my car. I'll be in the car that I'm ready to do courier work in. I'll have my resume in hand. Okay, and I'll go speak with the hiring manager. A lot of times the insurance they carry will stop them from getting considered for a contract. So we spoke on insurance, Robert. We spoke on insurance. So yes, you got to meet the requirements in the contract. Now there's contracts that require commercial. There's contracts that just require a higher coverage limit, which is like 100, 350K or 100, 300, 100. Okay. And all that is your coverage limit on your standard auto policy. Robert said, let me be quiet. Robert, I got this, Robert. I got this. I do this. I work for Geico, Robert. I got this. Okay. Thank you for being here. But I've been over this all. Okay. So you can up your coverage limit And it'll literally be maybe $10, $20, $30 max. Okay, any standard policy holder could choose to up their coverage limit just because they want to be more protected. Now you start running your mouth about, oh, you're a courier, then that's one thing. Now you're going to get quoted for commercial insurance. Who knows you're a courier unless you tell them you're a courier? Now, before the insurance agents like to talk that crap, what adjuster is pulling up on scene of the accident to see that you're doing courier work? That could be Amazon packages. That could be you moving. That could be families items. Who knows you're a courier unless you announce that you're a courier? Okay? You could get business insurance through Simply Business. You could get cargo coverage. There's plenty of things to protect you besides going and spending thousands on commercial insurance or hundreds or whatever. Okay? So, I'm going to email first. I'll go there. And then as a last resort, y'all, I probably got to be quiet. Because like I said, I don't want to be served no cease and desist from Geico. I left those heifers. I left them for a reason. Okay? So, I really should be quiet. But it's like people act like there's not loopholes around everything. They act as if insurance itself is not a freaking scam. Like, what are we talking about? Thank you, Faith. So, email, go there, and then as a last resort, I'll call. Okay, as a last resort, I will call somebody. When you call, you're speaking to somebody that doesn't even feel like working. They're not in charge. They're a representative that all day long is answering, excuse me, y'all, answering calls about people checking on the status of their application. So of course they're going to say, oh no, we don't have a position available. Oh no, we don't have a route right now. Oh no, give us a call back. Okay? That may not even be the case. But because they don't feel like doing their job, thank you, Tony. But because they don't feel like doing their job, they're going to tell you that. All right, so pinpoint which of these reasons it is that you haven't secured a contract. Pinpoint it, take a picture, write it down, memorize it, but it's one of these reasons. Either you're only looking for medical contracts, you're worried about an app, you don't have a courier resume done. I'm putting game down. Exactly. Who said that? Exactly, cowboy. Okay, clock that. Everything I'm saying can be verified with a simple Google search. You don't have to take my word for anything. Thank you, Cherie. Now, this resume, this is not an HVAC resume. This is not a waitress resume. This is not a call center representative resume. This is not a retail resume. This is not an IT resume. This is not a, what else, y'all? Hospitality resume. This is a courier resume. They care about you knowing how to pick up from point A and taking to point B. That's it. They don't care that you worked at Waffle House, that you worked for Geico, or that you worked for Georgia Power. Okay? They care about courier experience. Either you're only doing this, maybe, okay, you applied yesterday, but you're not going to apply today. You may not apply tomorrow. You may not apply Friday or Thursday. This is a daily task. Understand that the contracts move in relation to the cargo. So the cargo moves with the country's needs. The country's needs are constantly evolving and changing. So if the cargo is constantly moving and changing, the contracts are constantly moving, evolving, and changing. This is why this is never a one and done task. You got to look daily. Now, we know following up, this is the most important thing. You must follow up. You must follow up. You got to follow up. Okay? So, let's look at a contract, y'all. Let's look at a contract. Just in case somebody thought I was just talking. Just in case someone thought that I was speaking in opinion. I don't speak in opinion. This is a $11.1 trillion industry. No way for you to fail unless you want to fail, unless you're focused on being solely a medical courier, unless you have unrealistic expectations. Black Diva said, what if you never did courier? Where does the resume come in? So if you've never done it, love, you still got to put something like DoorDash or Instacart or Spark Okay, I've never had a courier company call my other contracts. They don't have time for it. They just want to see some type of courier experience on that resume. So put it down, put it confidently. Don't be afraid. Put that you've been a Uber driver. Put that you've done Instacart. We may got to tell a little white lie. Okay, a little white lie. God will forgive us. We need some money. Okay, God will forgive us. So let's look at a contract. Now, like I said, I'm not in Atlanta, but I don't like to put FedEx, you've been a courier through and through. I don't like to put my exact location, y'all. But now everybody knows I'm in Middle Georgia. Oh, you were an Uber driver. So, Miss Black Diva, this is why I say people are in my DM sometimes and they're like, I've been an Uber driver 7 years, but I'm not a courier. Yes, you're a courier through and through. You're picking up from point A and taking to point B. There's literal over-the-road truck drivers like, oh, yeah, I've worked over the road, but I'm not a courier. Yes, you are. You're a courier through and through. God will forgive us. We need some money. I'm serious. I'm serious. If we got to tell a little white lie, y'all, it'll be all right. Just so we can get our foot in the door. Okay, let's look at a contract. Thank you, Anna. Thank you for the I heart you. Thank you, love. Thank you for being here. Okay. Thank you, love. Let's get into the contract, okay? I don't know who's watching on YouTube, but hello. I'm over here on TikTok. So let's look, y'all. First of all, when we're looking, we have to see that this is an independent contractor position. I want to make sure that YouTube can see too. I want to make sure YouTube can see. Hold on, y'all. Oh. Give me a second, y'all. We're going to look at it. My dad gave me this iPad and I don't even know. Let's take this. Yeah, take that case off. That's the problem. Okay. I need my tripod to do both of these. But let's try to do our best. So, we see at the top that this is an independent contractor position. We've had enough bosses. We don't want another boss, okay? This is how no taxes is coming out of the money. You see how it says $600 to $1,200 a week. I'm not gonna lie, YouTube, y'all gonna have to come see on TikTok because I can't hold both and do both at the same time. But I showed it to y'all. So we see how much the pay is. We see the requirements that are listed. We see the vehicle requirements. We're going to see that it's going to say nothing about an LLC, nothing about HIPAA and bloodborne pathogen certification, nothing about commercial insurance. It's not required for the majority of contracts. It is not a requirement. Now, of course, you'll run into contracts that require those things, okay? But if we don't want to meet that requirement, we can stick to the contracts that don't, okay? Now, hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Goodness gracious. Okay. I had to get YouTube over here together. Okay. So, really, but should we still get them? You can, like I said, you can get it if you want to. Get business insurance through Simply Business. It's pretty cheap. That will protect you in your business. You can up your coverage limit on your standard auto policy. Okay? There's other ways to protect you other than commercial. So if they don't require it, there's no way for them to come for you in the case that something happens. All right? So let's look, y'all. We see how much they pay. We're not negotiating at this stage. Somebody in my community tried to negotiate as a beginner courier and the phone was hung right on up. Okay? Understand they've been running these routes long before. They'll continue to do so long after us. Okay? So they already know how much they're willing to pay a courier like us. If we don't agree to this pay, best and believe somebody is willing to agree to this pay. Okay, so we don't negotiate as beginners. You can negotiate once you have your foot in the door, once you've been doing this for a while. Drivers should be highly energetic, competent, self-motivated individuals with a good sense of direction and excellent customer service. So all of that is good and dandy. Only thing I usually say is that motivation will not last. You'll be motivated for about a week or so. After that, that discipline has to kick into overdrive. It's not about what we feel like doing. It's about what we should be doing. We don't feel like doing a lot of stuff. We still do it, right? Okay, we still do it. Still has to be done. So Black Diva, you're asking about HIPAA and Bloodborne. This is a parcel delivery contract. So HIPAA and Bloodborne only assists you on the medical side of delivery. So we're going to notice that this says nothing about an LLC, nothing about HIPAA or bloodborne pathogen, nothing about commercial insurance, because that's only assisting y'all on the medical side of this game. This is why I say that these content creators up here are setting y'all up to be medical couriers and medical couriers only. Be a courier, y'all. Be a courier. So just make sure that you're disciplined. That motivation won't last. Be disciplined. Punctuality, reliability, and delivery experience are required. So they care about us being punctual. They care about us being reliable. As long as that cargo is picked up from point A and taken to point B, it's delivered on time and it's delivered safely in one piece. They don't care if you have your kids in the car. They don't care if you blast your Glorilla on the way. They care about that cargo. Now, when you pull up to the drop off, turn that music down. Okay? But they don't care about semantics. They care about that cargo. So be punctual and be reliable. And we see how in the second line of the contract is telling us that delivery experience is required. So this is why I say, if you don't have a courier resume showing them your DoorDash, your Uber, your Instacart, your Spark, your Amazon Flex, your Lyft experience, how do they know that you've been a courier this whole entire time? They don't unless y'all tell them. Okay? Once you have your LLC, do you recommend a commercial? No. This is a contract right now. It says nothing about commercial insurance, Amy. It says nothing about an LLC even. All of this extra stuff we can worry about when we are in the game. The whole time we were in our 2016 Kia Forte, no LLC, no HIPAA and bloodborne pathogen certification, no commercial insurance. These things are not requirements for all contracts, y'all. This is a contract right here, y'all. Okay, gotta use a smartphone, gotta be able to lift 50 pounds. We prefer applicants or have you a hand truck, a dolly, something to assist you. We're not breaking our back behind these people, okay? We prefer applicants with verifiable work history with FedEx, UPS, or other parcel delivery services. You're welcome, but all applicants will be considered. So they're telling you they prefer the parcel delivery experience, but if you don't have it, they will still consider you. Gotta have a valid license and up-to-date insurance. Notice how it says nothing about commercial insurance. They're not even asking us to up our coverage limit. They want standard auto, comp, and collision, full coverage. That's it. Thank you, Val, for liking the live. 21 years old. Have a reliable cargo, Sprinter, or SUV. So all my sedans, you're in a Honda Accord, a Hyundai Elantra, a Toyota Camry, Toyota Corolla. Don't be discouraged. We started in a 2016 Kia Forte. It's just that, like I said, y'all, the contracts move in relation to the cargo. So what they're looking for today may not be what they're looking for tomorrow, next week, or next month. This is why we consistently look. Now, you see how this says Ameriship Parcel Delivery in Atlanta, Georgia? We actually scroll down and we see that they're a nationwide courier company across multiple states, and it even goes on. People think that there's some secret sauce or secret formula to the courier game. It's literally the nationwide companies doing these deliveries across every state. There is no real secret sauce, okay? Now, if you're online and you're not seeing much, you need access to the nationwide companies. You got to learn how to search for all types of cargo. Now, what else, y'all? 21, we say that. Thank you, Black Diva. Thank you for being here, love. No DUI, no DWI in the past 10 years. I told y'all 7 because 7 is the majority, but you'll always run into outliers. If they want to say 10 years instead of 7, that's their right because they're their own business. You got to pass a background, got to be able to drive Monday through Friday. So they're looking for full-time couriers, but y'all, you could be a part-time courier. You see how down here, they're telling you that they actually specialize in medical overnight delivery, and they still do regular courier delivery, like the parcel contract that we're looking at. So there's tons of options out here. Routes are expected to be completed by 7 p.m. We see how much they pay. We see how often they pay. Not let me move to ATL. You don't got to move to ATL, love. Miss Nikki, you don't got to move to ATL. Wherever you are, the courier work is most likely being done. I'm telling you, this is just right on Google, y'all. I'm right on Google. Now, they're setting you up when they tell you to apply through Indeed and Monster and Glassdoor. Yes, there are some companies that you can only apply to through Indeed, but the majority of companies are nationwide courier companies. So if I can go to the source, I'm going to go to the source every time. You're in New York. I got people in New York in my community. One of my moderators, Fusa, that's not his real name, but I'm not going to say his real name, but he's in New York. He's in the New York, New Jersey area. I'm telling you, it's out there, y'all. Ameriship parcel delivery, I would go directly to their website. Now, if the position is still there, that's what lets me know, okay, this is an active and open position. When I apply, I can apply confidently with my courier resume, and then I can follow up to the best of my ability. Go to the source, y'all. Go to the source. Then you don't have to guess if they got your application. You know they did. You'll get that confirmation email. Okay? So now the pay range is depending if you're in a cargo, a Sprinter, or an SUV with them. And depending on how many deliveries and pickups you do. So we're not guessing like we guess on DoorDash and Uber and Instacart and Spark. You don't know what kind of day it's going to be on those apps. We know how much we're going to be paid. All right, now down here, they're just repeating themselves, y'all. They're just repeating, okay? They're just repeating and telling you, visit us on our website, not through Indeed and Monster and Glassdoor and ZipRecruiter and all this nonsense. Go to the source. That way you can follow up effectively. All right. So we know we're not negotiating. We're not wrecking our brain trying to formulate rates unless you're pitching your courier services to the businesses directly in your area. All the info is in the contract description. There's no need to negotiate or formulate rates or wreck our brain. The pay is there. Either we agree and apply or we disagree. They're lowballing. The time of day isn't going to work for us. The pay is not adding up. We don't meet the requirements. And so we don't pitch a fit. We just go on to another contract. Thank you, Kel, for liking the live. So we're a ways still from 20K likes. We're a ways. We've got probably 10,000 more likes to go over here on TikTok. Hey, my people on YouTube. So I'm telling y'all, we get to the big money when we get to 20K likes. In the meantime, y'all, I'm going to show a sneak peek of what's included over here at Road to Revenue. This whole time I haven't focused on my community. I've shown y'all the free route. I gave y'all realistic expectations. Thank you, Cowboy Roy. Thank you, Val, for liking the live. I am not a gatekeeper whatsoever. Okay, no such thing as a gatekeeper that literally goes over how to scale this business. I'm not up here like these content creators feeding you little breadcrumbs and then making you pay to learn how to do it. When I'm giving you the free route, I'm giving you all the tools you need to go do it on your own. The steps are literally on the screen. Okay, so if you want to do the free route, do the free route. Getting in my community is not a requirement whatsoever. It's not a requirement. Thank you, Cowboy Roy. Thank you, Val. It's not a requirement. I'm going to keep saying it. It's not a requirement. But everybody does not want to navigate this industry blind. Thank you, Kel. I appreciate you for being here. Everybody doesn't know who's trusted and who pays well. Everybody doesn't want to take, y'all, all the time. By the time you piece together 2 companies from this person's page and a couple companies from this person's live and then 2 more companies from this person's page, by the time you get that resume done, whether you do it with ChatGPT or not, by the time you get that resume done, by the time you get that application in, the contract is gone, the route is fulfilled. If the cargo moves like this and the contracts move in relation to the cargo, the contracts move like this. This is why you get over here, you're paying for convenience to take the elevator instead of the stairs, to skip to what matters. Okay? God bless you. You are greatly appreciated. God bless y'all. Thank each and every single one of y'all for being here. Whether you join my community or not, I thank y'all for taking the time to hear me out. Y'all, a whole lot of people are negative. A whole lot of people like to jump down my back because they try to compare me to content creators. They have their panties and their drawers in a bunch before I even get to talking. Okay, so I appreciate y'all for hearing me out. I appreciate y'all for being positive. Thank y'all for being here. So I'm going to give y'all a sneak peek of my community. I'm going to give y'all a sneak peek of what's included for 55. Kel is laughing. I'm so serious. I am so serious. It's like, what in America is free? I'm just confused. People want years of people's knowledge, my live scripts. I get it when you're talking content creators because you get their guide and it's literally just the nationwide companies. No sense of direction, no requirements, no links to certifications, no live overview because all they say on live is, oh, have an LLC, have an EIN, oh, search for get HIPAA and bloodborne pathogen certified and search for medical courier contracts. I know their whole script, their whole gimmick. If they have a resume, it's sold separately. If they have a community, it's sold separately for $500. We not gonna name drop. Okay? But I'm just saying, it's ridiculous. You get over here, you get everything for 55. I'm about to show y'all. You get everything. And then y'all worry about me running off on y'all, and I'm worried about y'all running off on me. People get the ultimate guide, but then never join the Discord. So there's no way for me to review their resume. No way for me to answer their questions. No way for them to ask me about a company. So more than half the people ran off on me. Okay? I support my people. Anybody in R2R, Kel is right there. It's worth it. I'm just saying, you see all this info I give for free. Imagine what's a part of my community. Do not trick yourself out of your spot. So we're about to look at it. We're about to look at it. Let me get it pulled up. Thank you, Kel, for saying that. My R2R members, they don't play about me. I'm just saying they don't play about me. And I don't play about them. I don't play about them. Okay? Let's look at it. I'm not co-hosting right now. Please don't request to co-host with me. I got this on my own. I'm in it and it's pushed me to finally do the resume and submit apps. I know that's right, Ms. Val. I know that's right. Are you still currying? Yes. Okay. Now, well, not me directly. Now, y'all, sometimes I'm out there in the field. If you go on our backup page, you can see me in the field. Literally just last week, I was out there running a route with my man. Okay. But he's the one that's out there on a day-to-day. I teach everybody here on TikTok. Okay. I also secure these contracts. So that's my role in our business. I secure the contracts. I make our processes efficient. And he's the one out there, you know, doing the courier work, doing the heavy lifting. So I can sit up here and I can teach my people and I can be the pretty princess that I am. I'm just playing, y'all. But let's look at it. I'm not co-hosting, y'all. Stop requesting to co-host with me. Please. Y'all are messing up the flow of the live. Introduction to the industry. Thank you, Cowboy. Introduction to the industry. Requirements, supplies, and links to certifications. My whole entire live overview. So all the tips, all the gems I drop on live right here at your fingertips. The different types of cargo, the LLC insurance conversation, the business bank account when it's time for that. It's there in my live overview. You get all my keywords to search for all types of cargo. That way we're not limiting ourselves to being a medical courier. We could be couriers, period, when we know how to search for all types of cargo. Okay? Because, yeah, there's courier contracts near me and still don't think that I'm gatekeeping because we just looked up courier contracts near me and we found a literal parcel delivery contract. So it will still show you all types of cargo. But the more specific you are, the better your results are going to be. So there's more than courier contracts near me or auto parts contracts near me or courier, what else? Medical courier contracts near me. Okay? You got to learn how to search for all types of cargo. Now, you get the nationwide companies as well. Pages, I see y'all going to the site. I see y'all. Y'all said, I've seen and heard enough. I know that's right. Get it while it's on sale, y'all. Almost every live, somebody's in my DM. Oh, I missed the sale. Can I get a discount? I discounted it while I was live. Okay? So pages 7, 8, 9, and 10, you get the nationwide companies links included. Now, the links are not directly clickable. You got to drag to copy, or you got to search up the name of the company at the end of the link. It's simple, y'all. It's a glitch with the links. I tried to clear it. Y'all know technology. Okay, so just drag and copy the link. Now, the resume, you get my resume on page 11. The resume I use to secure these contracts is right there for you. Now, my scripts to effectively follow up is on pages 12 and 13. So there's a script to check on the status of your application, to say what I say to secure our contracts. It's all about how you speak to these courier companies. If you're on the phone and you're like, hi, my name is Kiana. I was calling to see if y'all have a courier position. I have a 2016 Kia Forte, and I was just wondering, listen, none of that is going to get you to securing a contract, okay? You got to speak with confidence. You got to speak like you've been a courier. The moment they sense that you're a newbie, the moment they sense that you have not been in this game, they're going to tell you, oh, no, we don't have any positions available. Oh, no, we don't have anything in your area. I'm sorry. That's not even the case most times, y'all, okay? You know how much cargo needs to be moving in this country? You got to know how to speak to them in a way that gets them to trust you with their expensive cargo. Y'all, this cargo is like their baby. This cargo, you might as well think of this cargo like money just sitting in the back of your vehicle, because basically it is. Okay? So why are they just going to trust just any and everybody? How can I call for contracts in Houston? What do you mean, how can you call? So you get the scripts. There's one to check up on the status of your application. You can use it in an email format. You can use it over the phone. And of course, you can use it most effectively in person. Now, there's another script to communicate about delays. Stuff is going to happen in this game. You may catch a flat tire. Maybe your kid's running crazy. And so now they've made you late. And you know all they care about is that cargo getting there in one piece and it getting there on time. Thank you, Lee, for the heart puffs. Thank you so much, love. So now you have to communicate the fact that you're late. And now you know they're going to be pissed off. So it's all about how you communicate this in a way that doesn't compromise your weekly non-taxed income, that doesn't compromise your contract that you work so hard to secure. Now, there's another script to pitch your courier services directly to the businesses near you. This is how we get away from a courier company, a application, a middleman, period. A lot of y'all in small towns, everything may not be online or Indeed or Google or CB Driver. Okay? A lot of times you got to go straight to the source. You're at the pharmacy, pitch your courier services. You're at the doctor's office, pitch your courier service. Welcome, Roy, to the community. I know that's right, Roy. Welcome to R2R, Roy. Okay? You got to pitch yourself. You got to market yourself. You're already at the mechanic getting your oil changed. Hey, who delivers your auto parts? So I give you a script to pitch your courier services. Look at Roy right there. I know that's right, Roy. I know that's right, Roy. Okay. Waiting on a call back from the hiring manager from US Pack. One step closer to leaving my 9 to 5. Now, Miss Kimberly is in my community. Miss Kimberly is in my community. Look at the real results in live time. Miss Kimberly, did I message you and tell you to say this? Miss Kimberly, did I message you in Discord and say, hey, get on the live at 11 o'clock and tell them that you signing on with US Pack? No. Okay? This is real live results. So, Miss Kimberly, you know what I'm going to say. I'm not even going to give that hiring manager too much time. If you don't hear back from him by tomorrow, he or she, I'll be calling them. I'll be going there. I'll be emailing. Because we don't have time to waste. I know that's right, Miss Kimberly. Congrats to you. One step closer to leaving that 9 to 5. Clock that. Okay? So, let's look at it, y'all. Let's look at it. You see how you can read word for word? This is no guide made with ChatGPT. When you start getting into this, you're going to see. You're going to see that this sounds exactly like Kiana on live. This sounds exactly like what I heard. I know it because I don't got to make a guy with ChatGPT because I'm actually in the industry. When I start, I'm going to try to get a job for the evenings after my first job until I get paid. I know that's right. Okay? Get into this money by any means necessary. So when you purchase, you'll read and see everything. But despite the fact that I taught y'all the free route, somebody wants my information, so they're already screen recording, thinking that they're going to get it for free. And you thought, I'm a member of Gen Z. Y'all are not finessing Kiana. You could try that on somebody else's page. Okay? So let me point it out to you. When you purchase, you'll see everything. Requirements, expectations, links to certifications. Look at my community members in here deep. Look at R2R in here deep. Hey, Galactic. Requirements, expectations, links to certifications, TSA, TWIC, HIPAA, and Bloodborne. Supplies is very minimal. Supplies is only on the medical courier side of this game. Good morning. Or if you're in like a cargo van or something, you need straps, you need a dolly, so on and so forth, okay? Here is my whole entire live overview. All the tips, all the gems I drop on live right here at your fingertips. The different types of cargo, the LLC insurance conversation, business bank account, master contracting. It's there for you. It's there. Now, here are my keywords to search for all types of cargo. Yes, there's medical courier contracts near me, auto parts contracts near me, courier contracts near me. Gotta learn how to search for all types of cargo. You plug my keywords into my courier boards. This is how I'm not like these content creators. They just give y'all the nationwide companies. Now, the nationwide companies are cool. How do we find what's in our direct area? That's what we care about. Now, yes, there's Google and Indeed and CB Driver, but there's more than Google and Indeed and CB Driver. So you plug my keywords into my courier boards and you find everything near you. Then you start working your way down the link companies. You see all these links? 150 nationwide courier companies. More like 200 to 250 companies depending on your area, because the keywords are going to give you plenty of results. Like I say, depending on your area. But the keywords are going to show you what's in your area. And we do this daily. So if we don't find something the first day or the second day or the first week or the second week or even the third week, it took us almost a month in our small town to secure a contract. When you do your part, you will see success. Hey, Michelle. Now, you get my resume on page 11, the resume I use to secure our contracts, and you get the scripts that I spoke on already. To follow up, to check on the status of your application, to pitch your courier services to the businesses in your area, to have your city on lock as it relates to smaller cargo so you can gatekeep your city, basically, if that's what you want to do. Because, y'all, majority of your city, I'll say 85% of your city, depending on the area, maybe 90% of your city, doesn't even know that they can do courier work in their personal car. They know about Uber and Spark and DoorDash, but do they know about courier contracts? Most of them do not. When people saw us in the Kia delivering auto parts, people were like, what the hell do y'all do? What are y'all doing? I've never seen this. I know. Okay. So you get all of this, but not only all of this, you also get access to my community on Discord. Now, this is a chat with over 250 couriers. Dr. LeConte, who is in the community, like I said, a whole doctor out here in this game. She is on her second contract. So if a doctor is in the courier industry, if that's not telling you something, I don't know what will. Okay? So you're in this chat. You see how we're saying good morning? They're saying, let's get to this money. Good morning, millionaires. I know that's right. Good morning, future millionaires. We encourage, we motivate. I know that's right. Okay, Miss Tabitha just got in here. Hey, Miss Tabitha. Missy just got in here. Hey, Missy. Okay, look at y'all. All right? So I actually support my people. Now you're in a chat with over 250 couriers doing a damn thing. Get into this money. You can network. We put our brains together. Somebody literally working on business credit info right now. What are we talking about? I drop tips and leads on top of what I already give in the guide. On top of what I already give. Okay, too much info. Too much info. All right? I get in here. I drop tips. Anything that I say to my people, I pin it. I do voice memos. I really support my people. I don't take lightly that people invest their $55 with me in this economy. Okay? Notice how I have no unread messages. Notice how I had a whole one-on-one with Ryan yesterday. He's all the way in. Where was Ryan? He's in Greenville, South Carolina. He was like, oh, I didn't think you were going to find anything. I found Ryan 14 companies in Greenville, South Carolina. What are we talking about? I really support my people. Now, this is not an unread message. You see, he said, okay, cool, thanks. Okay? So you need me to review your resume? I could do that. You need to ask me about a company? I could do that. Okay? When you get in the room, you could ask me, hey, who was that Home Depot delivery for? Hey, y'all know this nursing home delivery was with T-Force Logistics. Hey, who was that airport delivery for? You can ask me stuff like that when you get in the room. I'm not allowed to give them on social media. I just wanted to check the timestamps if you need to. Thank you, Galactic. We're about to wrap this up, y'all. Don't worry. I just wanted to excuse the lawnmower out there. They're cutting grass. I just wanted to give a big shout out to Road to Revenue for guiding my way into my first medical courier position. Today was my first day with, and I know it's more contracts to come. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, Miss Sandra, good morning. I pray all is well. I'm waiting on my background check from... I am diligently applying myself daily. I received an email from prompting me to start the onboarding process. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. G Money in the live, real results. If you're here, just do it. Purchased it on Friday. Already talking to my first company on today. Okay. Somebody in my real life, my girl Jada, my man's cousin, just got off with, I start with them 7/14. That was a couple weeks ago. Getting to this money in Middle Georgia. I wanted to share some exciting news. I recently landed a gig with. Additionally, I received an email from requesting my driver's license for a background. Let's remember to apply every day and not give up. I know that's right. Good afternoon, everyone. Quick update. I have an in-person orientation tomorrow with July 2nd. Check the timestamps. Good morning, everyone. July 15th, I'm finishing my onboarding with as an independent courier. Y'all, after the 4th of July, it took a couple days for things to get back up and running, but my people got right back to it. I have completed my first week with How Can I Stack Contracts, July 15th. Don't play with it. Dr. LeConte, who I told you, a whole doctor out here, just landed contract number 2. Keep working, applying, following up, and responding. Last one, y'all. Hey, Kiana, after reading your guide, let me say thank you very much for it. One thing I was missing was the confidence to speak to these companies as another business. I had a few cases where I knew my unprofessionalism cost me that contract. These call scripts really put how to conduct myself as a professional into perspective. My sprinter will be out the shop soon. Time to start locking down contracts. Okay. All right. I think I took one more screenshot. This was from yesterday, y'all. This was from yesterday. Miss Latoya. I gave y'all Senpex. She signed on with somebody else, and she's getting a whole career contract starting training tomorrow, which is today. I gotta go check in with my girl. Come on now. Come on now. This could be you. This whole thing started in a Kia Forte. This could be you. All right? Now, y'all, I'm going to end on this note. Girl to girl or guy to guy, any money you spend bettering yourself, learning new skills, and leveling up is never a waste. This is not my post. I just saw this, and it's facts. Okay? It's never a waste. It's also a write-off. Anybody in my community, keep your receipt. You're going to write off the $55 along with your gas, your maintenance, your repairs, your mileage, the food you eat, and everything else. It's a write-off. It's an educational resource that you purchased. Please reach me for one-to-one. You got to book the one-on-one, Joseph. You got to book it. You will click the profile picture on the top left-hand corner. Click it one more time. You'll see it something on my profile that says Beacons, Beacons. There, you could book the one-on-one. But what we're referencing is the ultimate guide. One-on-one is if I need to do everything for you. I got to do your resume. I got to find everything in your area. And I basically got to hold your hand. Now, the ultimate guide gives you all my resources, the same stuff I use for the one-on-one. And now you go do it on your own. And you still have access to me in my chat included. No monthly subscription like these content creators included. Okay. Now, Beware of these fake pages. Beware of these scammers. Look what they're doing. Since you did the 55 deposit, you will need to add. First of all, they're not even speaking correct English. That should tell you right there. A girl like me is educated. A girl like me is degreed out here. Okay? I'm not going to speak in slang. Well, I may on live, but when I'm speaking professionally to people, I'm not going to be talking out the side of my neck. Since you have 55, you will need to add 144 to complete it. Understand? Who the hell are you talking to? I will never talk to y'all like that. This is not me. It's 55 total. Okay? If it's not from this page with almost 14,000 followers, if it's not from my backup at R2R Backup, the one that is linked in my bio, it is not us. So you give these liars your info, is nothing I could do. Look what they're doing. Oh, we're going to give you a 5-year contract after mentorship. They range from $1,500 to $3,500 a week. Do you have a cargo van or a car? I'm a seasoned professional in the medical courier industry. That right there should tell you right there. You know what the hell I say about being a medical courier. You know this is not me. Okay? So nothing I could do. So to get in my community, just letting you know I'm working and listening, I'm going to sign up with you guys. Okay, Mo, I got you, Mo. Thank you for still getting to this info. I know that's right. To get to my community, while it's on sale, y'all, when I get off live, it goes back to 75. People purchase at 75 all day long. They know my information is valuable. Okay, so click my profile picture in the top left-hand corner. You will click it one more time. It'll bring you to my main TikTok page. Once you are here, you're going to see this where it says Beacons, Beacons. Okay, you will tap that. Once you do that, it's going to ask you, are you sure you want to open this? Because you're going outside of the TikTok platform. That's just a security measure. Welcome David to the community. Welcome David to Road to Revenue. Welcome David. So once you are here, y'all don't worry. I'm working on getting the soundboard, the effects, so I could, do all the stuff the content creators do. They have the sound effects and all that. Y'all bear with me. Okay. But you will click get access. You could check out with Klarna or Afterpay for $13.75 today. 4 installments of $13.75, no interest added. Okay. You will click get access. This is everything that's included. Like I told y'all, all sales are final. This is no different than a book you went and purchased at the bookstore. It's a digital resource instead of a physical resource. No different than a book. So if you think that you'll be disputing with your bank or you'll be doing a chargeback or any of that nonsense, I have my receipts that you scrolled past this when you checked out. So try that somewhere else. If you're that broke, don't get it. I gave you the free route. You can check the reviews, 5 stars all around. Remember, I just started going live basically the beginning of May. Okay? 5 stars all around. Don't play with me. Thank you, Miss Nikki. Thank you, Nikki Love. Okay? You press get access. You put in your name. You put the email you want it to go to. Leave the discount field blank. Put in your card if you want to use your card, or do Klarna or Afterpay for $13.75. If you want to put your bank in, you get $5 from Beacons. Not from me, but from Beacons if you use your bank. That's their little incentive. Okay? So there y'all go. Y'all got it. Y'all get it. Okay? Let's get back. We're still not at 20K likes. I thought we would get to the big money conversation by now, but we're still not at 20K likes, y'all. We're still not there. Y'all want to learn how we got into our cargo vans. You want to learn how to hire drivers through master contracting. You want to learn how to transport for the freaking government. Think of everything that needs to be transported for the government. Supplies, equipment, vest, food, ammunition, what else, y'all? All kind of stuff. Medication, so on and so forth. Tons of different types of cargo that the government needs transported. If y'all want to learn probably the biggest money out here, it is government contracting. Now, this is info I could choose to gatekeep, but I feel like y'all will really want the big money conversation. I just feel like it. I feel like y'all would really find that information valuable, but we can't get to it till we get to 20K likes. Thank you, Lee. Thank you, Nikki. All right. Remember, y'all can catch this whole live replay on YouTube at Road to Revenue. You can tap in with us on Facebook. You can tap in with us on Instagram, because people like to be fake celebrities on Instagram. I'm like, ooh, y'all are tough over here on Instagram. Y'all don't follow nobody on Instagram. Okay, so y'all can tap in with us at Road to Revenue, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Thank you, Lee. All right. I will contact you Saturday. Okay, bet. Thank you for the heart puff, love. So I think I want to do a rundown from the top before we get into the methods of scaling. You're new to the system. Okay, sexy Cindy. Okay, my girl. We're going to go from the top for you. We're going to go from the top for you, love. Okay? Before we get to the big money. The only requirements to be a courier, y'all, can y'all hear me over that lawnmower? Can y'all hear me? The only requirements to be a courier: 21, valid license, registration, insurance, and a decent driving record. Okay, thank you, Miss Cindy. 21, they just stopped it. Thank you. Now I can stop yelling. 21, valid license, registration, and insurance, and a decent driving record. Thank you, Lee. Okay, what's considered decent is no more than 3 infractions in the past 3 years. 3 and 3. 3 and 3. No DUIs, no DWIs in the past 7 years. Okay, 3 and 3. Now, we're using the vehicle, the time, the insurance we already have available. We're not going out buying a car. We're damn sure not going out buying a cargo van. Okay, we are using our current resources. It could be a sedan, a SUV. Thank you, Charbad. Thank you. Or T. We're not going out buying a car or a cargo van. If you got a sedan, an SUV, a minivan, a pickup truck, or if you already have access to a cargo van, we're using it as long as it's a 2010 or newer. But y'all, we didn't have money to go hop into cargo vans. Like I said, I was at Geico from 2021 till May of this year. My man was at Best Buy as a home theater tech. All of a sudden, oh, it's the slow season. We're going to have to let you go, man. So y'all ain't know it was a slow season when y'all just hired this man a month prior. Okay? Understand these corporations will never hesitate to work in their best interest for their business budget, for their business goals. When I say it's time to get prepared before we get left behind, that's why even though I was a top performer at Geico, I watched them let people go right before the holidays last year. Right before Christmas, they let go of thousands of people. Somebody at my door. Who is at my door? I watched them let go of thousands of people. They don't care that it's the holidays. They don't care that people have kids. They're having to pack up their desk. They're having to pick up the pieces and pivot. Somebody from budget. Let me go see what this man wants at my door, y'all, real quick. So I'm just like, the way that y'all do people is really just sad. And so, yeah, I was a top performer, but they literally aimed for people that were close to retirement. So they never cared. I'm going to put y'all on mute real quick. I don't know who is at my door and what they're about to be talking about. Talking about some nonsense. Stopping my life for some nonsense. Anyways, so let me get back upstairs, y'all. Give me a second. So yeah, they never cared. Even though I was a top performer, I am not going to put all my hopes and dreams into a 9-to-5. Literally, I watched my dad, these people giving him a runaround. He's an IT manager. My mom worked for the IRS. She was forced into early retirement. Okay? It doesn't matter if you work a government job. It doesn't matter if you exhaust yourself behind these companies. They never cared. Okay? So there was no plan B. It was this or nothing for us. All right? Facts. All right? So I'm telling y'all, just get started. Vehicle, time, and insurance that you have available. If you want to be a part-time courier, be a part-time courier. If you want to be a full-time courier, be a full-time courier. Okay, look for contracts within the time frame that you are available. We don't go for apps. I'm not concerned with the app. We go for contracts. We go for contracts. Okay? So, if you only have time before work or after work or nights only or weekends only because you work a 9 to 5, that is fine. Plenty of overnight routes, plenty of weekend only routes. Everything does not have to be full time. I was let go due to an accident outside of work a few years back from the county. That's when I said enough. I know that's right. Oh, y'all, TikTok blocked a few comments, so I'm just now approving a few of these. I want contracts, okay? How did the dentist go? My girl remembered. I went to the dentist yesterday. Let's not even talk about the dentist. Let's not talk about the dentist. Thank you, Flora. Welcome, Flora, to the community. At the dentist, y'all, real quick, because I know she asked this a while back. At the dentist yesterday, I'm going to the dentist, right? I was on live, so I'm rushing. I get to the dentist, and y'all, I'm only 22 years old. I know it don't sound like it. I know I just blew your mind right then. That's why none of y'all have any excuse, okay? So come to find out, your dental insurance, when you hit 22, you can no longer be on your parents' dental. You can no longer be on your parents' dental. So I had x-rays done. I had a whole cleaning done. I get to the counter and they're like, do you know that your insurance? What the hell? They were like, do you know that's your insurance? You're not insured? Like your mom, yeah, you were on your mom's policy, but as of January of this year, and my birthday's not till November, but I'll be 23. I've been 22 since November of last year. But they said as of January, yeah, you were kicked off the policy. I'm like, what? So I had hundreds of dollars worth of work done yesterday, x-rays and all. My man is over on YouTube. I know that's right. Hundreds of dollars. And now all of this got to come out my pocket. I'm like, oh, hell no. Thank you, Miss E. I'm like, oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Okay. So that's how the dentist went. I was pissed. Okay. Anyways, y'all, back to what I was saying. So vehicle time and insurance that you have available. So if you want to get commercial, then get commercial. If the contract's not requiring commercial, then don't get commercial. Okay, standard auto, full coverage, comp and collision. Now, if you want something to further protect you, you can get business insurance cheap through Simply Business to protect you and your business. If you want to add a cargo coverage, you can add a cargo coverage to protect that cargo. If you want to up your coverage limit on your standard auto policy, then you can do that as well. Plenty of things other than commercial insurance to protect you in your business or your side hustle or whatever. Okay. I would know because I worked for Geico. Okay. Thank you, Majestic. Thank you for subscribing. So y'all, this is why there's no excuses. I worked straight out of high school, graduated high school in 2020 in the peak of COVID. No graduation, no prom. Okay. I was thrown into the job market while I was a full-time college student, was a full-time representative at Geico, and we still got to this career money. Still made it happen. I know work ethic. My first ever job was at the mall, okay? Like I said, work for Geico basically fresh out of high school. What are we talking about, y'all? Get out there and get it. Now, HIPAA and Bloodborne, you get this training only when you're going for medical contracts. That teaches you, that's my mom. We get this only when we're going for medical contracts. Who's your mom? Majestic? Oh no. Who are you saying that's your mom? But when we go for HIPAA and Bloodborne, get it only when you're going for a contract that requires it. Okay, so this teaches you how to keep patient information confidential, and it teaches you how to safely transport biohazard materials. What is decent driving record? I had a few tickets in the last 3 to 5 years. No more than 3 infractions in the past 3 years. No more than 3 and 3. 3 and 3. So HIPAA and bloodborne, this is not some secret code to the whole courier industry. You get this training, you look up HIPAA and bloodborne pathogen, a whole lot of companies will pull up. You're welcome, Ashanti. A whole lot of companies will pull up and you go through whoever you want to go through. This is an online training. You're not sitting in anybody's class. You could get it done in like, if you're going quickly, you could get it done in like 45 minutes, 30 minutes. Now you're taking your time. You could get it done in 90 minutes. Okay. So this is why we can put it off. When we're applying, we can say, yes, I'm already HIPAA and bloodborne pathogen certified. And then save our coin in the meantime. Then when we're moving forward with a medical company that requires it, because T-Force Logistics didn't even care if you were medical and HIPAA and bloodborne, what is it called? HIPAA and bloodborne pathogen certified. Okay? When you're going for a medical contract that requires it, then we can spend the money. Thank you, Lee. Thank you, Galactic. Thank you, everybody who's been liking the live up. Okay, I can't remember everybody, but I know y'all. Thank y'all. Okay, thank you so much. We hit 20K, so we're about to get to the big money right after I get done with this rundown. So get it if you want it. Don't if you don't. Put it off until you're going for a contract that requires it. Thank you, Miss E. Thank you, love. Welcome, Melinda. Welcome, Melinda, to the big money team. Welcome, Melinda, to Road to Revenue. Y'all going crazy today. Y'all said I'm getting in there by any means necessary. So HIPAA and bloodborne is the certificate that you're talking about, Shari. So you get it if you want it, or don't if you don't. All the other types of cargo that I spoke on, I know you may not have been here, but auto parts, legal documents, you don't have to be a notary to transport all types of legal documents. Thank you. I've learned so much already. Clock that, y'all. Clock that. Okay. Thank you, Lee. So this is why I say you don't got to get in my community to learn information. You're going to learn something regardless over here. I'm not a gatekeeper. So the certificate that you're speaking on, all the other types of cargo don't require any certifications. So that's on the medical side of this game. That's why it says for medical only. So auto parts, legal documents. You don't have to be a notary to transport all types of legal documents. I literally found Cherie. I don't know if she's in here. I found Cherie in my community. Cherie and Ajay found them y'all, what am I saying? A legal document delivery contract, a notary. Basically, it's notary work, but it's not for a notary. Welcome, Donna, to the community. Found them a legal document contract. It said nothing about being a notary. You're doing basically notary work. You're transporting legal documents, but you don't even have to have the certification. What else? Liquor and luggage. Parcels and packages. We looked at a parcel delivery contract. None of these other types of cargo require any certifications. It requires what's under step number 1 on the screen. Not a LLC, not HIPAA and bloodborne, not commercial insurance. What's under step number 1 on the screen. Now, you could get TWIC and TSA clearance and deliver to the secured facilities like the airports and the shipyards. So I'm just saying, I'm not concerned with a HIPAA and bloodborne pathogen certification. Now, when it's time to apply, there goes Julian. Look at my guy, Julian. Welcome, Radiant. Welcome, Radiant, to the community. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Julian. It's good to see you. Happy Tuesday to the community. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Julian. It's good to see you. Happy Tuesday. Hey, I'm on live. Hello? She hung right up. That's my mom, y'all. You missed the certifications. Can I talk part? I had to use the restroom. Basically, love, no certifications needed. Okay, I'm not gonna say it again because I did a whole rundown for you. I know you used the restroom, but I'm not saying it again. Get the certification. That's only for medical side. So you will look up HIPAA and bloodborne, and you'll go through whoever you want to go through. But all the other types of cargo in this $1 trillion industry don't require any type of special certifications. So when it's time to apply, this is where you pick your choice. You take the elevator or the stairs. You take the elevator with me. You get all my companies. You get my scripts to follow up. You get my resume that I use. You get my live overview. You get requirements, supplies, and links to certifications for the contracts that require them. Okay? And what else? What else, y'all? A whole lot of stuff. That's how much I can't even remember. Okay? Thank you, Julian, for the Go Popular. You get over here, you have access to me and my community chat included in the 55 or the 1375 with Klarna and Afterpay today. Okay? Now, you want to do this on your own, you're more than capable. I gave you realistic expectations. I know more than half of y'all thought that there was only medical stuff to transport. I'm not a gatekeeper. I told you how to get this thing done. I got into the 5 reasons y'all haven't seen success. Thank you, Ashanti. Thank you, love. Thank you, thank you. So, not a gatekeeper. You could do the free route. Have at it. You have the internet at your fingertips. You don't got to get in my community. But if you see how much I give online for free, imagine what's a part of my community. I just put my mom onto you. I know that's right, Miss Nikki. I know that's right, Miss Nikki. Spread the love, y'all. Spread the knowledge. Like I said, you know, and I'm not talking about your mom, Miss Nikki. I know mom is killing it. Mom brought you in this world. I'm talking to people that know people that are sitting on their ass. They always got their hand out. They want some money. They're asking for $20. Meanwhile, they got a car sitting right in their driveway. No excuses anymore. Y'all are going to send them this live replay on YouTube at Road to Revenue. And now you say, hey, now you have no reason to be asking me for money. You have no reason. Especially when we get into the methods of scaling that we're about to talk about, nobody has any reason to be asking anybody for money in this economy. Okay? I don't even give nobody money and we're good over here. I'm not giving nobody anything. I don't have kids yet, and I'm setting up my kids, my future kids. So now you taking money out of my future kids' mouths. Okay? I don't care. She helps me tremendously. No, I wasn't talking about, that's why I said, Miss Nikki, I was not talking about your mom. I was not talking about your mom. I'm talking about people who are lazy. I said props to mom. A retired vet at that. Thank her for her service. Thank you, mom. Okay? Not talking about your mom. Thank mom for being here. I'm talking about the people that know people that always want a handout, that are always asking for some money. Okay? So, let's get into the methods of scaling. Okay, thank mom for being here. I'm so serious. That's why I gave that disclaimer. I'm not talking about your mom at all. Okay, I'm talking about these lazy people. A lot of people. I'm a member of Gen Z. A lot of Gen Z sitting on their ass. Okay, that's who I'm talking about. That's who I'm talking about. So let's get into scaling, y'all. Let's get into scaling. Hold on, let me put this up real quick while I take a sip of water, just in case somebody wants to screenshot the steps, because y'all, the methods of scaling, I will be talking about this for the next 25 to 30 minutes. I won't be talking about how and where to get started. I know you wasn't. Okay, good, love. I just want to make sure, y'all, because people be quick to say, oh, Kiana at Road to Revenue, she's rude, she's mean. I was scrolling on Facebook. Somebody was talking about the courier industry and why some random lady supposed to be a medical courier, have a medical courier company. Why is she speaking on me in the comments of a post that I have nothing to do with? Talking about, oh, Road to Revenue, no thank you. What does this post have to do with Road to Revenue? What does this post have to do with Kiana? I'm glad I'm on your mind. Okay, so people have a problem with me just off the strength of me being who I am, just because I'm giving this valuable information and they hate to see it. Okay, thank you, Julian. So y'all take your screenshots if you need to. I won't be talking about this for the next 25 to 30 minutes. How can I talk with you direct? I'm very interested. I'm recovering from surgery. I hope your surgery recovery goes smoothly. You will be in my prayers. Even if I don't know you, I pray for everybody. Okay, Miss Nikki? But to message me privately, you shoot me a DM here on TikTok. That's the way to reach out to me if you're not going to join the community. Dog hair all in my mouth? Y'all, having a dog hair will be all up in your damn, in your back, on your back, in your own hair. In the bed. I'm just playing. I wash my sheets, y'all. And he don't get in the bed. No. He has his own bed. But I'm like, golly, the way he sheds is crazy. All right, y'all, let's get to it. This is coming off the screen in 3, 2, 1. Let's get to it. I'm serious, y'all. And he's right here, right up under me. Like, I can't even breathe. Can I breathe? Like, goodness gracious. Anyways, let's go, y'all. I want to make sure YouTube is able to see. That's your live assistant. Who is Sean? Sean is my live assistant? Where's Sean? Who is Sean? Faith is my moderator. Fusa is my moderator. Miss Jackson is my moderator. Other than that, no. Love the doggies. Oh, that was a mistake. Okay, you good. I was about to say, I don't know Sean. I know there's Sean's in R2R, but I don't know what Sean as my moderator. Ace, please now. Okay, you're doing too much. All right. Let's get into the methods of scaling. Welcome, Nicole. Welcome, Nicole. Welcome to the community. Is that the same Nicole that was just in the comments? I don't know which Nicole. It was 2 of y'all. I just got back on, didn't get the screenshot. I'll give it to you real quick. And we gotta get to this. I'll give it to you real quick. The people mad. Like, come on now. Here it is. Real quick. Get it real quick now. Get it real quick. Okay, y'all. Get it real quick. There it is. All right. Y'all have time now. Y'all got it? Okay. Okay, we good. 3, 2, 1. That's it. It'll be back, y'all. It'll be back. You should probably stick around because this is the biggest money that we're going to get into. Ace, please sit down. Please go lay down. Go lay down. You've been out. You've been fed. You are good. Go lay down. Ace, sit. Sit down. At the very least, you're going to sit down now. Okay. When we talk scaling, y'all, remember how I say you don't have to have an LLC to be an independent courier. You don't have to have, I don't know. Well, on YouTube, it's going to be backwards because I don't know how to change that. Let me see. You don't have to have an LLC. You don't have to have a EIN. You don't have to have a business bank account. All of that is true when you're your own independent courier. When we talk scaling, we can't scale a business that we don't have. It's at this stage that it's no longer optional. It is a requirement to have an LLC, EIN, and business bank account. Okay? LLC through your Secretary of State. Never pay for an EIN, but never pay for a LLC through Taylor Brands or LegalZoom. Okay, Miss Nikki, I saw you, love. Welcome in. Never pay for LLC through Taylor Brands and LegalZoom and all this nonsense. Go to the source. They upcharge when you could have just gone to the source through your Secretary of State. Okay? Now, EIN is free through the IRS website. Free. Now, there are people that will try to scam you into paying for a EIN. Like I said, y'all, my mom worked for the IRS. People coming in there talking about, oh, I paid this man $200 to get my EIN. You pay who for what? And she's like, love, honey, that was free. That was free through the IRS website. Okay, Majestic already got it. So free. Once you have your LLC, then get your EIN free through the IRS. Now, your business bank account, y'all use whoever. We use Novo, N-O-V-O. It's an online business banking platform. Thank you, Julian. So, yes, mother, I know that's right. Online business banking. So, this is not a brick and mortar bank that you can pull up to and withdraw your money and speak to the teller like Wells Fargo or Chase or whoever else, Truist, okay? This is an online business banking platform. You can still run payroll, you can still organize your expenses, but there's no physical branch for you to go and talk to somebody. You talk to them over the phone. So if you want to get on with Novo, we both get $40 if you use my referral code. Now, for us to get the $40, y'all know I'm going to be transparent. You got to leave a minimum of $100 in that account. Hey, love. Hey, Ash. You got to leave a minimum of $100. My man must be home. The way this dog just started running. Thank you to Transporter. Middle Georgia, stand up. Okay. I know you out there getting to the money. Thank you for tapping in. So, yep, he's home. He's home. Y'all see, he gets out there. He gets loaded up. No later than 6 is he out the warehouse. And look, before noon, he is home. Y'all know it's like clockwork. Every live, he's going to be home before noon from our first contract. Now, look, we have the whole rest of the day to stack this money. This is why when people say, oh, y'all don't make $3,200, y'all don't make $3,500 a week, keep believing that. Keep believing that. There's 24 hours in a day, love. We have 2 vans. Okay? So, if you're going to use my referral code, it is my name, Kiana Thomas. Now, y'all know what I'm going to say. Don't be crazy. Don't go looking me up. Don't try to find my address because, like I say, in Georgia, we have the right to protect our home. We have the right to protect our home. Okay? Y'all know what I'm saying. So don't be crazy. So you use my referral code. We both get $40. We both get $40. No spaces. Kiana Thomas. All right? Now that we have this, now we can talk scaling. Not kill at will. Not kill at will. We may not kill you, but it's going to do some damage. It's going to do some damage. So now that we have this, we can talk scaling. Our first method of scaling was going from, let's switch the color up. Was going from our 2016, okay, y'all can see, Kia Forte into our first cargo van, 2021 Ford Transit 350 extended high roof. Okay? That was our first cargo van. Took us less than a year to go from the Kia Forte. Once you get your hands on this courier money, won't take you long to scale. Took us less than a year to go from the Kia into our first cargo van. You start where you are to keep your overhead and your initial investment as low as possible. We didn't have thousands to go get into a cargo van. Okay, like I said, we coming from Geico and Best Buy. Nobody had thousands to go dishing out. So we started in the 2016 Kia Forte. I have a Kia Sorento. Yes, ma'am, Eliza. I hope I said it right. Thank you, Lee, for liking the live. So keep your overhead low. Keep your expenses low. Keep your investment low by not trying to keep up with the Joneses. Okay? Now that we had our first van, we got into our second one in less than a year. After that, we have scaled into our 2018 Ram ProMaster 1500. Not extended, but it still has that high roof. Not extended, but still has that high roof. Okay? Now, I'm about to show y'all these. Thank you, T, for liking the live. Thank you, Lee. Thank you, Eliza. Thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all. Let's show y'all these vans. Okay? Now, notice how they both have... Sorry, y'all, my man texted me. They both have the high roof, okay? You need at least a medium. You don't have to have a high, but you need at least a medium. That way, a forklift can fit in there. If you get a low roof, I was just talking to Ryan. I had a one-on-one with Ryan yesterday, and he was laughing because I'm like, people go and get a low roof cargo van and you might as well have just kept your SUV. You might as well have just, thugged it out, because without a medium or high roof, you can't fit a forklift in there. So you know how much that limits you to the amount of cargo that you can take on when you can't pull up to a warehouse and have them load you up with a forklift? So that's why they both have high roofs. Now, you notice how the forward and the back is extended. The longer the bed of the van, the longer the cargo space, the more cargo you're able to take on. So the bigger the vehicle, the bigger the pay. So this is why vans make more than sedans or SUVs or pickup trucks. This is why box trucks make more than cargo vans. This is why 18-wheelers make more than box trucks. The more cargo space you have, the more money you can see. So the Ford is in the back, it's extended, and it has that high roof. The Ram is in the front, it's not extended, but it still has plenty of space, still has that high roof. We went cheap the second time. We went cheap. Now we're paying for it. Okay? Thank you, Dirty Old Chap and D at the same time. Thank y'all for the love. So, thank you, T, for liking the live. So now, y'all, this Ram, when you go used, when you go affordable, just know you're gonna pay the price. Okay, you're gonna pay the price. So now we're having to pour money into this Ram. Now I'm gonna trust a Ford over a Ram any day. It's part of the game. I don't get up in a tizzy. I don't throw my hands in the air. We don't pitch a fit. Listen, it's part of the game. Okay, so yeah, this Ram has been breaking down. I'm gonna trust a Ford over a Ram any day. Ford was like the first vehicle ever made. I'm gonna trust a Ford over a Ram. Okay, so now that we have our Ram, we didn't buy this Ram for a driver. We already had the goal of getting into a second van. Anybody that knows about the cargo van business, you know that it's capital heavy, expense heavy. And you got to kind of have multiple vans running to make the big money. What got us to the six-figure business level was having a second van locally, okay? So now that we have our second van, it was time to put someone in this van. Now, when y'all hire drivers, you're not buying a vehicle for these drivers. They're going to be in their own sedan, their own SUV, their own minivan, their own pickup truck, or their own cargo van. It just so happened that my partner's little brother, he was looking for a job. We know he's reliable. He was out working at the brickyard, never late, always getting to the money. We said, oh yeah, we like your work ethic. We trust family over anybody. Why not bring your family up with you? So we brought him on. Okay, before we get to how to hire drivers, let's talk about how we got into these cargo vans. You have a couple options, okay? You can go through your business, which means you have business credit already established, or you have access to business funding, okay? You can go through your business, get your vans in your business name. You can start establishing business credit. Thank you, old chap, dirty old chap. Thank you for liking the live. I remember you. If I'm not mistaken, I think you're in the community. If not, I know that you've been in the live before. Thank you for tapping back in. So, business funding. You need to, you can establish business credit. Okay, I know my people. So business funding, you can start establishing business credit with gas cards. Okay, there's ways to establish business credit that I'm now learning, because over here at Road to Revenue, we spread the love, we spread the knowledge. Okay, so this is not my area of expertise, but my people have been helping me out. So based on how I'm talking, you know that we didn't get our vans in our business name. We got them in our personal. Now, because our vans are under 10,000 pounds, that's why we were able to even secure our vans in our personal name. Okay? Because they are under 10,000, they are technically not classified as commercial. So we were able to pull up to the Ford dealer and secure our vans in our personal name. We were able to pull up to the Ram dealer and well, it wasn't an actual Ram dealership, but it was basically a car lot, but they had all vans and box trucks and stuff. So we were able to pull up and secure these vehicles in our personal name because they're under 10,000 pounds. So we got them in our personal name. Y'all know how to get vehicles in your personal name. Either you're down payment ready and credit good, or if it's not good, you're going to know that your rate that you're going to get is high. Okay. So either you're down payment ready and good credit, or you're going to cash out. Now, I don't care how much money I have. I'm not cashing out on a damn thing. What am I cashing out for when I can make payments and I can keep that money in my pocket? I'm not cashing out. So we were down payment ready, credit good, credit A1. Credit A1 over here. This was us, okay? That's how we got into our vans. Now, back to master contracting. Now let's talk how to hire drivers. You can't drive. You don't want to drive. Your area is horrible. Your market is doo-doo. You don't have the businesses, because if you do, the courier work is being done. Even if you don't see it online, the courier work is still being done. Go to the source. But there's people that literally live in such small towns that they don't even have a Walmart. They barely got a gas station. They got to travel for miles to get to the nearest biggest city. Okay? If that is you, you have no choice but to tap into other markets. If you're handicapped, if you're elderly, if you got small kids, if your schedule doesn't allow you to, tap into this industry still. Thank you, Julian, for liking the live. Through master contracting. So through master contracting, we don't have to just hire people in our market, in our area. This LLC that we set up, you can go then classify it through the IRS, through your Secretary of State. I mean, y'all, not the IRS. You could classify it as a foreign entity. Now that legally allows you to operate in whatever state you are hiring drivers. So these people don't have to be, let's say I'm in Middle Georgia. My drivers don't gotta be in Middle Georgia. Now they are, okay? Because we started with people that we know and trust. But if your markets are not good and you have no choice but to outsource and to find other people, then set it up as a foreign entity. Sometimes you may have to get a virtual address or a P.O. box so that you can legally do work in that state. Okay? Now, it doesn't matter where they are. It doesn't matter. Let's say you got a cousin out in Houston and you know Texas and Florida have multi-billion-dollar courier markets. If you don't believe it, go look it up. Y'all are right near the border where the cargo is coming in. If anybody should be doing courier work, it's y'all in Texas and Florida. Okay? I'm not in Texas or Florida. Okay? I'm jealous of y'all. I'm just playing. So, let's go. I know that's right. So, if I got a brother out in Orlando, Florida, look at Cowboy Roy. I'm so glad you got in the community, y'all. People in Texas and Florida are in the community deep. They're in the community deep. Florida's my favorite state, I know. Where the sun's shining and just, ooh, I need to take me a trip back to Florida. But y'all, we got a cousin out in Houston. We got a brother in Orlando. We can tap into their markets. People don't have to be where we are. We don't have to limit ourselves just to our market. I'm expanding my search to Austin, Texas. Okay, Miss Tracy. I'm glad that you are expanding. Somebody else in the chat is expanding. She expanded her search and now she has her interview. Miss Latoya. She has her interview or her first day today. So I'm glad, Miss Tracy, I'm glad. I know you didn't necessarily want to do that, but you're going to be driving anyway. You're going to be driving. I'm in Texas. I'm about to step out on faith and need some help. Step out on that faith. Oh, you read it? Okay, yes, ma'am, Miss Tracy. Step out on that faith. Step out on it. Hire drivers, y'all, if you need to. You're not seeing much success, hire those drivers, y'all. Okay? So we can tap into these other markets. Now, I'm going to show y'all. Remember how I said we're going to start? I'm going to erase this. Thank you. I don't know that. Just can't wait to get in course next week. Okay. I'm literally going over it. So if you want to know about it, it's what I'm going over right now. We'll get back to how to do it on your own and everything in a minute. But right now I'm talking scaling. So thank you for being here. Thank you for tapping in. Thank you, James, for liking the live. So I'm going to erase this foreign entity part, y'all, because I need some space. So, like I said, when it's time to hire drivers, y'all, we'll start with people that you know and trust. Okay? We'll start there. And then I'll tell you what to do if you know a lot of people, but you don't trust anybody. Okay? But we'll start with people that we know and trust. So, if you've been here before, you already know what I'm about to say. Aunt Sandy is an example of somebody that we know and we love her most times, but we don't trust her. She's unreliable. She can't be on time to save her life. She always got a freaking attitude. Aunt Sandy's going to have nothing to do with our business. Aunt Sandy will see you at the family function. We'll see you at the family reunion. We'll see you at grandma and papa house. But we're not going to see you when it comes to our business. No, thank you. Now, right here in the middle is Uncle Jimmy. Uncle Jimmy is old school. Uncle Jimmy is reliable. Uncle Jimmy was at the electric company for about 25 years, and they just recently let Uncle Jimmy go for no reason at all. This is the reality for millions of Americans right now, okay? So Uncle Jimmy needs a source of income. Uncle Jimmy has his own SUV, okay? Has his own SUV. So remember, as the master contractor, we are the ones with the knowledge and the expertise to secure these contracts. We are the ones filling out my reality right now. I'm so sorry to hear that. I am so sorry to hear that, Eliza. That's why I'm glad you're here, love. Okay? A minor setback for a major comeback, okay? So we are the ones as the master contractors with the knowledge, the expertise, and the time to dedicate to look to secure, to follow through with these contracts. Most people, like I said, in y'all city or wherever, they don't even know that they can transport cargo in their personal vehicle. They only know about DoorDash and Instacart and Spark and Amazon Flex. Okay? So if we're using our LLC, our EIN, our business bank account, we're filling out the application instead of putting our name, our email, our bank account. We will fill it out with our business name, our business email, our EIN, and our business bank account. That lets the courier company know, okay, they're a master contractor. They're going to be hiring drivers. Okay? So it's us with the knowledge and expertise. It's us that's putting in the hard work to secure these contracts. Now, once they stay established, this is passive income that you can rely on. As long as you're paying your drivers well, as long as they are reliable, as long as they show up, that's weekly non-taxed income. All of the money in a lump sum is going to come to your bank account as the master contractor. Then it's up to you to pay what y'all agreed to. So Uncle Jimmy and his SUV, we find a contract for him that pays $200 a day. Now, y'all, we literally found a contract that paid $1,200 a week. So $200 a day is possible. Okay? So we find a contract that pays $200 a day. He's not going to know that it pays $200. Okay? If he agrees to be paid $150, then we're going to pay him $150. $150 is still $150. No taxes coming out. $150 is good money when you have no source of income. Okay, so we're going to pay him $150 a day. He agreed to that, so good. Now, that's $50 profit off the top. From every day that Uncle Jimmy drives, that's $50 profit from one driver. Now, we can easily double this income in a cargo van. Okay, so like I said, we can find people in cargo vans. I'm going to show y'all how to find people. But there's a lot of people over the road, a lot of people in cargo vans or even in box trucks over the road that no longer want to be over the road. We have one life to live. Everybody doesn't want to spend weeks and weeks away from family. I would know because my man was over the road at first. And it felt like I was in a long distance relationship. Thank you, Sugar and Spice. Thank you, love, for liking the live. Felt like I was in a long distance relationship. I can't cook him a home cooked meal. Can't put eyes on him besides on FaceTime when he's not driving. Okay? or when he's not sleeping. Like, no, thank you. Our relationship was going to go downhill. Thank you, Sugar and Spice, for the heart me. Thank you, love. Our relationship was going to go to doo-doo. I said, you know what, babe? Nah. I'm about to start finding local contracts. I am about to find local contracts. It took us almost a month in our small town to secure a contract. And I did not give up. I said, you know what? It's basically this or that's it for my relationship. It's basically this or I guess we're going to have to go our separate ways because I'm not going to be in no long distance relationship. Okay? So I put forth the effort and I started finding local contracts. So we can find people that no longer want to be over the road. Now, because they're over the road, they don't have time to look for local contracts. So if we do the work to do that, of course, we're going to take a percentage of their income. So we find a contract in a cargo van, we can easily double this income. So in a cargo, we find somebody and the contract really pays $400 a day, but they agree to $300. Okay, they agree to $300. So we pay them $300 a day. Because they're local, they're not spending as much money on gas. Because they're local, they may not have to have commercial insurance. Y'all, we're in cargo vans. Our contractors don't require us to have commercial. Because our vehicles are under 10,000 pounds, they're not technically classified as commercial, and we're not crossing state lines. So we don't have DOT and MC. It's a lifesaver. Well, it's been a lifesaver for us. If over the road is good for you, more power to you. I'm not knocking it, but it's not for everyone. Okay, I want to see my man. So if the contract pays $400 a day and he agreed to $300, isn't that $100 profit, passive income off the top? So you just got to $150 passive income daily from 2 drivers? You're not the one driving. They're the ones out there. They're the ones doing the work. But since you secured a contract one time, you're making passive income? So you're telling me you don't have the time to dedicate to find 2 drivers to secure 2 contracts? With that LLC that y'all already got because of these content creators? You telling me y'all don't got time to do that? Okay. Now remember, in a lump sum, all of the income is coming to our business bank account. All of it. All of it. And y'all know math is not my strong suit. Okay, math is not my strong suit. Y'all, it's different levels to math because what's crazy is I had the highest GPA. I went to a private school, y'all. I went to private school. My parents were not playing that. They worked their ass off to put me in private school. Okay? Which is probably why I'm so educated. So in private school, y'all, I had the top GPA in algebra. But y'all, algebra is different than what is normal math? Like arithmetic? I don't know. What would you consider it? Like just doing numbers in your head? That's not where I'm good. But when it comes to like doing like word problems with math or doing actual like, y'all get what I'm saying. I'm good at that. But when it comes to doing quick math in my head, no thank you. Okay? No thank you. So we make 150 times 5 is going to be 750 from Uncle Jimmy. And then we make 400 times 5 is going to be, I know this 2,000 plus. So $2,750 in a lump sum from these 2 drivers. Thank you, Miss Tracy. It was a while back, but that was a good achievement for me, especially because all my life people have underestimated me. A lot of people try to put Black women into a box. Meanwhile, we're the most educated demographic in the country. Look it up. We are the most educated demographic. Now it doesn't sound like it. We are the most educated demographic in the country. Okay? So people try to play with us. They try to play in our face. They try to put us in a box. Oh, like we're stupid. Try again. Okay? So that whole $2,750 is coming to our business bank account in a lump sum from these 2 drivers. Now it's up to us to pay Uncle Jimmy his $150 from each day And the cargo van driver his $300 from each day. Now the rest of that is profit. Okay, the rest of that is profit. All right. So, oh y'all, give me a second. I've been yapping. Let's finally, y'all. Let's first talk about if you know a hell of a lot of people, but you don't trust any of them, you have no choice but to go for strangers at that point. So when we go for strangers, let's see, where do I have room? I'm just going to erase this business funding right here. Okay. If we go for strangers, I'm not going to pay the list on, Indeed or ZipRecruiter or Simply Hired. I will go straight to Facebook. And get a whole lot of free leads. Hey, I have a contract available in Atlanta. Who's ready to drive? Okay, whole lot of people are going to be in those comments. All right. Now we have to establish knowledge and trust. So to do that, since we don't know these people, we got to conduct some interviews. We have to do background checks. I think Checker is a company that you can use for background checks. Somebody in the comments told me that on one of the lives. So do a background check if you need to. Check their motor vehicle report. Okay? Now you have established knowledge and trust with strangers. Okay? Because some of us know a hell of a lot of people. We don't trust any of those heifers. Okay? So, that's master contracting. Let's get to the last method of scaling, which is government contracting. This is probably the biggest money info that we'll go over today. Thank you. It's just 8. Thank you for liking the live. This is the biggest money info that we will get to today. So if you're looking to tune out, this is not the time. You want to learn how to transport for the government and make the biggest money out here? There are people that have, thank you, Kel. There are people that have businesses solely for government contracting. Their whole business is surrounded by searching for government contracts and securing them. Okay? Thank you, Val. Thank y'all. Thank you, Donna. Thank all of y'all for liking the live up. Okay? Like I said, this is all info. I could have gate kept to my community. I could say, oh, y'all are not in the community. I could sit up here and feed y'all little breadcrumbs and be texting while I'm on live. And then, giving you all that BS. Instead, I'm spreading the knowledge. God has blessed me. I've grown this page to almost 14,000 followers in 3 months of going live because I spread the love. Because God blesses people who bless others, period. Okay, so let's get into government contracting. And YouTube, I'm sorry to YouTube. I'm trying, but when it's 2 devices, I got a lot of people over here on TikTok. YouTube, I'm still working on YouTube. So I thank y'all for being tapped in over on YouTube. The few of y'all that are. The few of y'all that are. Okay, let's look, y'all. Let's look. Hold on. I need to pull the government contract up. Oh, here it is. Okay. So all of the government's contracting needs, not just for transportation. I'm going to try to get through this, y'all, because I'm not going to lie. I got to use the restroom. Okay. I got to use the restroom. I've been up here for hours. I have to use it. Okay. So let me get through this. On the Dry Tortoise National Park, the government has a park site that they needed cleared out. So all of the government's contracting needs, not just for transportation, but for any industry, can be found on sam.gov. If they're willing to outsource it to business owners, I can't pin it, y'all, but there it is. If they're willing to outsource this work to business owners, it'll be found on sam.gov. Okay, there's no instructions to government contracting. You download the need, you evaluate the need. Just like I have. If it's something that you can see yourself taking on, you will upload it to ChatGPT. AI is going to work smarter for us. Okay. It's going to do the hard work for us. It's going to compare the contract against similar government contracts. It's going to give you a bid that you can upload confidently. And it's going to give you a budget while it's at it. You can say, hey, ChatGPT, while you're at it, give me a budget as well for this work. Now you have your bid or your pitch and you have your budget. Okay. Now you would upload it under the contract on sam.gov. If you are selected from there, they're going to need to see from you what's called a technical proposal. But before we get to that, let me just show you what the need is. So on an island off of the Keys in Florida lies this Dry Tortoise National Park, a national park site. On this national park, the government had this house that they needed cleared out. So if you've been in the live before, we've evaluated this contract before. I downloaded it about a month ago. Okay. So there's way more where this came from, y'all. Think about all the government's transportation needs, everything that needs to get everywhere for the government. Okay. So a lot more where this came from. This house is on this national park site, which is why this was considered a government contract. They needed somebody to come in, gut this house, clear everything, all this crap, all this material, all this BS, and they needed somebody to go and dispose of all of it. Basically junk removal. Okay. So let's see what you need to be considered. So like I said, after you upload your bid or your pitch, if you are selected from there, they need to see a technical proposal from you. That's a narrative description of a past project, the location of this project, 2 photos from this project, and a couple references from this project. So remember, this is a method of scaling. Nobody will jump into a government contract as a beginner courier. So at this stage, maybe you've moved for somebody before. Maybe you've done a moving job. Maybe you've done junk removal. If I could talk. Maybe you moved for a cousin or somebody. If it was a legit job and you were paid for it, there goes your technical proposal. Okay. So if you are selected from your technical proposal, you are what's called the awarded contractor. Okay, so now we can actually start the contract. Congratulations, you've been selected to transport for the government. You will conduct your preliminary assessment. You will go out there, evaluate the need again in person, see how many tarps you're going to need, see what kind of materials you're going to need, see how many crew members you're going to need, see what cleaning supplies you're going to need, and then start your on-site preparation. Protect the residents and surroundings from damage during removal. So you got to lay down your tarps, lay down your materials to preserve this national park site. Then we can start to collect, bag, and consolidate the loose trash debris, remove all the furniture, detach the cabinets, disconnect the appliances, sort and recycle. Okay, we can then start the cleanup, transport, and dispose of all the debris, cabinets, appliances, and whatever at the licensed facilities, aka the landfills. Okay. Goodwill or whoever else. Okay, if there's anything salvageable, do a deep cleaning, clean the surfaces, the walls, the fixtures, the appliances. Okay. Well, no, the appliances are gone. What does it say? Ensure compliance with housing standards. Okay. Do a final site cleanup and do documentation. We're going to abide by safety considerations. We're going to work between the hours of 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, excluding federal holidays. This is not no strenuous schedule that's going to, have us exhausted. No, this is no different than a 9 to 5. All right. You're going to be in compliance with safety and environmental regulations. Make sure you abide by the traffic regulations. Make sure you get your parking permits and badges that they're going to tell you where to get that. And y'all, that's literally the end of the contract. Now, they already knew that people would be panicking. How the hell we get off this island with all this crap and material? Great question. That's why they put the answer in red. Okay. How the hell we get off this island with all this crap and material? Great question. That's why they put the answer in red. Okay. My phone's about to die. I'm going to plug it up in a second. The awarded contractor is going to have access to utilize the MVFJ, which is the government's boat. So they're going to let you load up the materials, the supplies, the equipment, the trash, the debris, furniture, everything else onto the boat. Thank you, James, for liking the live. The boat is going to get you from that island onto land with all of this material. So basically, you're getting from this island. Welcome, Terrence. I know that's right, Terrence. Welcome, Terrence, to the community. Welcome to R2R. I'm glad to have you. So the boat's going to get you from this national park site to land in Key West in Florida. It is your responsibility from Key West to go take all this crap and material, get it off the boat, get it onto your box truck that you rented. We're not going to buy one. And then go dispose of all this at the landfill. Okay? As long as it takes you to get it all done. Now, I want y'all to tell me, how long would it take you and a couple crew members to clear this out? There's no wrong answer. This is your opinion. How long would it take you, maybe your cousin, your brother, whoever, to clear out this house and to go dispose of everything at the landfill? For the whole process, how long would it take you and a few people? Don't be nervous. Don't be scared, y'all. Say anything. 2 months, Majestic said. Okay, a measly little 2 months. Okay, nothing crazy. All right? So, the government always overestimates for everything. They're saying that this is going to take 150 days. Somebody said 3 to 5 days. I know that's right. 150 days they're giving. All work shall be completed within 150 days after CO issues the contract award. So best believe, y'all, our pitch, our bid is going to equal up with 150 days worth of work. Since the government always overestimates, they take so long with everything, they think that we're going to take so long. And that's not even the case. But hey, since that's what you think, you're going to pay me as if it's going to take me 150 days. My bid is going to equal up with 150 days worth of work. I'm going to get paid that full amount, whether that's $20,000, $25,000. I'm going to get paid that full amount to begin with. I can then go rent my box truck. I can then go hire my brother, my cousin, my sister. And we can get this done in a week or less, maybe 2 weeks, maybe 3, maybe a month, maybe 2. But 150 days? Hell no. But I got paid out as if it took me 150 days. I got paid out to begin with. They're telling you right here, after they issue the award is when the work shall be completed. If y'all are not feeling me right now, if that does not excite you, that's it, y'all. That's it. That's the end of the contract after that. This is why I say this is not complicated. They have open government contracts to the general public, to anybody with a business. This is why I say this is the biggest money out here. The biggest money. Now you get that done. Now look, you got all the rest of the time in the world to go stack other contracts, to go back to regular courier work, or to get more government contracts, to make more money. Okay? Y'all, I'm just saying, this is info that these content creators wouldn't know to give because they're not even in this industry. They barely even know of all the different types of cargo to transport, let alone a government contract. Okay? Let me see. Big money where? What do you mean big money where? I just showed you. From sam.gov. And look at somebody spamming. I'm paying $8,000 for the first 5 people to message me God is good. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and block you. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you, Owl House. Appreciate you. All right, y'all. I keep getting turned down for contracts left and right. Well, there's an issue going on that we need to figure out what's going on. Either that resume is not good. Either you're not sounding confident when you follow up. Either you're only looking for medical contracts. Either you're worried about an app and not consistent contract opportunities. You're not applying often or searching enough. You're not applying correctly through the courier's website with the courier resume. You may not be following up at all. You may be expecting a call back or email back. I don't know which one of those reasons it is, but it's one of them. I can't vouch for what success you'll see. If you're not in my community, if you don't get my resource, I don't know y'all, just like y'all don't know me. So I don't know y'all's work ethic. I don't know where you're applying, where you're searching, how that resume looks, what experience you have. how you're applying, if you're going through the Courier's website, if you're doing this daily, I'm not there with y'all. So I can't pinpoint it. Y'all got to pinpoint it. But I know that this is a $1 trillion industry. I know that the money is out here. So I'm about to use the restroom. I'll be right back. Literally, I'll be back in a minute. Okay? I'll be back in a minute. So don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. I'm washing my hands, y'all. I'm coming. Here I am. Let's see if y'all stay. Let's see if y'all some real ones. Let's see if y'all are some real ones. And most of y'all did. Okay? Thank y'all. So, what do we need? A rundown from the top. Y'all let me know what y'all need in this last 30 minutes. I got to get up off here in 30 minutes, okay? That means y'all have 30 minutes to get into the community. Y'all have 30 minutes to join Road to Revenue if that's what you want to do. And if not, that is more than fine, okay? I also have 30 minutes to address anyone's final questions, comments, and concerns. So y'all let me know. Do we need a rundown from the top? Do you need to see the cargo we transport? Do y'all need a sneak peek of the guide in the community? Let me know. Let me know what y'all need. All right, nobody's saying nothing. Nobody's saying nothing too much. Oh, all that. Miss Donna said all that. Okay, let's go from the top real quick. I'm then going to show y'all the cargo we move. I'm then going to do a sneak peek of the community. So lock in. I'm not going into super detail because we've been through this rundown probably 150 times. I'm just playing. Maybe like 10, okay? I have TWIC, bloodborne pathogen, HIPAA. Is there any others I need? No. You didn't even really need those, but since you have it, that's good. That's good. That opens up more doors for you. 21 years old, valid license, registration, and insurance, and a decent driving record. What's considered decent is no more than 3 infractions in the past 3 years. 3 and 3. 3 and 3. 3 and 3, y'all. No DUI, no DWI in the past 7 years. Okay? Now, the felony question, the felony needs to be closer to the 10-year mark. If y'all are going to be trying to do this, the felony has to be closer to 10 years. Now, we're using the vehicle to time the insurance that you have available. Now, the vehicle could be a sedan, an SUV, minivan, pickup truck, cargo van as well. But I suggest that y'all start with what you currently have available. We started this in a 2016 Kia Forte, a sedan, not a cargo van, no LLC. No commercial insurance, no HIPAA and bloodborne pathogen certification, no TWIC card, no TSA, no none of this extra stuff. All of that is good, but for the majority of contracts, there's no special certifications required. Our main source of income is from auto parts. No certifications needed to transport auto parts to body shops, dealerships, collision centers, your mechanic. No certifications to transport auto parts. It's no different than picking up food on DoorDash. It's no different than picking up people on Uber. It's no different than delivering groceries on Instacart. You're picking up from point A and taking to point B. So use what you currently have available. If you need to rent, if you need to use family and friends' vehicles, you can do that. If you're renting, opt into their insurance coverage. If I wanted to use my laptop, how do I get to your community? It's the same way. I'm pretty sure, Sapphire, correct me if I'm wrong, but you will click my profile picture if it allows you to, or if you're on a laptop, search up Road to Revenue LLC. Make sure it's our actual page and not a fake page. So with almost 14,000 followers, go there. Once you're on my main page, you'll see a LINK, because I'm not supposed to say it, a LINK in the bio. I'm just saying it. It's the end of the live. I really don't care. In the bio, you'll see something that says Beacons, BEACONS, BEACONS. That's my website. You will click on that. It should allow you to, even on a laptop, and then you'll be able to get the ultimate guide if that's what you want to do. So the vehicle, the time, the insurance that you have. So the vehicle, if you're using family and friends, you got to get listed on the insurance as a driver. Now, the policy doesn't have to be in your name, but you got to be listed as a driver. Now, the time aspect, you could be a part-time courier. You could be a full-time courier. This could just be a side hustle for you before or after work, nights only, weekends only, or you could take it all the way, make this a legit business, form an LLC, make this your main source of income. It's up to y'all. We're 1099 contractors. We decide when and how we work. Let's say you do the work to secure a contract, but now something comes up for whatever reason, we're not able to actually fulfill it. Hey, thank you so much for considering me for this position. Unfortunately, at this moment in time, I won't be able to take this on. Thank you. Just like these courier companies tell thousands of people no, we could tell them no as well. Okay? They're not our boss. Now, y'all, let's say we start a contract. We're doing it already, and it's not what they said it was going to be. They're running our car to the ground. Now we can say, hey, I've enjoyed my time here. That's a lie. I've enjoyed my time here. But unfortunately, my last day is going to be Friday. Thank you, Sexy Cindy. Thank you, Love, for the roses. Unfortunately, my last day will be Friday. That's it. They are not our boss. Okay, this is how you could bring your kids. This is how you're going to keep a record of your expenses, your gas, your maintenance, your repairs, your mileage, even the food you eat, the ultimate guide. If you get it, it's a write-off. You're going to keep a record of all of your expenses on a bookkeeping software like QuickBooks or Stride or Everlance. And you're going to reference this when it's time for tax season. So you're going to write off all of your expenses. This is why I'm not concerned with expenses. If you get hung up on expenses or benefits or time off, listen, is all of that worth your peace and your sanity? You care that much? And I know I'm not acting like insurance is not, you need to have a tax professional. Go to a CPA. I'm not acting like, benefits is not needed, y'all. Okay, especially y'all have kids. I don't have kids, okay? But y'all got kids. I know benefits is a main reason why y'all stay at those jobs, okay? But benefits is not the end all be all. Do y'all know how many entrepreneurs are out here? Do y'all know how many options there are for insurance? It's damn near to where like the self-pay options are kind of better than going through insurance. Okay? And now I'm to the point as a Black woman, I'm not going to no doctor. I go to the doctor and y'all sit up here and try to gaslight me as if I don't know my own body. As if I'm just making stuff up. As if I just want some drugs or something. Okay? So why am I going to the doctor? Y'all, it's called a practice for a reason. They're practicing. They don't know half the time. I'm coming to you. I'm paying you thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. And y'all don't even know what's going on with me. Y'all don't even know. Okay, so what am I going to the doctor for? I'll go straight to ChatGPT before I go talk to a human that is practicing. I will go straight to ChatGPT. I will tell ChatGPT all about me, my weight, my race, my previous health issues, what's going on with me, and ChatGPT will diagnose me. I could go heal myself with natural remedies. Everything doesn't have to be through a medication. Okay, I'm just saying, y'all. Now, of course, there's surgeries. There's things that cannot be healed without a doctor. Okay, but for the majority of things, we spend all this money at the doctor for what? I'm not going to a doctor. Y'all like to play in people's face. So, vehicle time and insurance that we have available. You get commercial insurance when you're going after a contract that requires commercial. If they don't require commercial, we do not need commercial. Nobody on DoorDash or Instacart or Spark or these others has commercial insurance most times. They are still doing courier work. They're picking up from point A and taking to point B. So if they don't have commercial and they're a courier, why would we need commercial? It's not a requirement most times. We looked at a contract, said nothing about commercial insurance. You need full coverage, but you don't necessarily need commercial. There's things to protect you other than commercial insurance. You could get business insurance. You can add a cargo coverage. You can up your coverage limit on your standard auto policy. Nobody knows you're doing courier work unless you open up your mouth and say that you're a courier. This is why when the insurance agents got in my comments last week, I cut somebody out. I did. Because these adjusters, I know from dealing with them, they think that they're God or somebody. Somebody needs to humble y'all. They getting in my comments talking about, oh, well, when you get in an accident as a courier, just know that we're not covering anything and you'll be persecuted. Okay. How do you know that I'm a courier? Are y'all as adjusters pulling up to the scene of the accident? I want to know. Who knows that you're a courier unless you open up your mouth and say that you're a courier? Those can be Amazon packages. That could be your family's packages. You could be moving. Who knows that you're a courier unless you open up your mouth and say that I'm a courier? I'm confused. No adjuster is pulling up on scene of the accident. Okay? You quickly communicate that with the courier company. Hey, I just got in an accident. You know, I'm right here. I'm telling you, they care about that cargo. They will pull up. If the cargo isn't damaged, they will pull up. Even if it is, they will pull up and come and get their cargo. Or they will pull up to the tow yard after it's towed and go and get their cargo. Okay? So nobody knows you're a courier unless you open up your mouth and tell them you're a courier. Unless you have the DoorDash sticker in your back window, you have the Uber sticker in on your car. Then, okay, we know you're a courier. So now you get in an accident and they ask the other driver, hey, do you know if they were using their vehicle for work? Because yes, that is their first question. That's what they love to say. My first question as an insurance agent is, are you using your vehicle for work? Okay, so unless you have a sticker advertising that you're a courier, who knows that you're a courier? Okay, so meet the contract description. If they're asking for commercial, then you need commercial. If not, then we don't need commercial. I'm like, somebody needs to humble y'all. I humble these people all day long at Geico. Y'all know I don't play. Y'all know I don't play. I'm going to humble you. Because the way that y'all think the way insurance in itself is even a scam, y'all always got an excuse to not cover something, but then when we have loopholes, when we lie to y'all, then it's a issue. F y'all. Okay? So get HIPAA and bloodborne pathogen when you're going for a medical courier contract. They like to think that this is some secret code to the whole courier industry, and it is not. Okay, Miss Keita said. HIPAA and bloodborne pathogen teaches you how to keep patient information confidential in accordance with HIPAA laws. Thank you, Rod, for liking the live. And it teaches you how to safely transport biohazard materials. So this is only assisting you on the medical side of deliveries. On the medical side, you could be dealing with people's bodily fluids, their blood samples, their urine samples, COVID shots, flu shots. Thank you, Delisha, for liking the live. On the medical side, thank you, Rod, for the rose. I appreciate you. So we can put this off until we're going for a contract that requires it. How do you know if it requires it? In the contract description, they'll say HIPAA and bloodborne pathogen certification preferred. HIPAA and bloodborne pathogen certification required. Thank you, Kel. Thank you, 399, for liking the live. Then you can after you've applied, you're going to tell them in the application, yes, I'm already HIPAA and bloodborne pathogen certified. Thank you, Miss Keita, because you know it's a quick online training. 90 minutes or less, you will look up HIPAA and bloodborne pathogen. A whole lot of companies will pull up. Integrity Delivers have the two bundled together with them for $38.95. Don't say that you heard from Kiana at Road to Revenue. I don't want nothing to do with him. Okay, we'll leave it at that. So you get the training when you're going for a contract that requires it. Now that you have the training, now that you have it, after you've applied and told them that you already have it, if they're onboarding with you, then we go spend our coin. Okay, then we go spend our coin. Now, like I said, I'm about to find me a new company to give out, because it's like I'm bringing them all this business. I'm bringing them so much traffic to their site, and that man played in my face. Oh, Kiana, oh, your people have been saying that you recommend us. We want to give you a referral code. I email him, and it's crickets. So I'll be finding one today. I'm no longer going to be giving out Integrity Delivers. Go through them if you want to. If you do, don't mention me. Don't mention me. We're going to find one. There's plenty of them out there. That's why I say you don't even have to go through Integrity Delivers. Make sure they're accredited. Make sure they are trusted. Look at some reviews. Make sure they're a legit company. But go through whoever, y'all. Don't stress this. You're not sitting in a classroom. It's nothing complicated. Now, when it's time to apply, you look for courier contracts on Google, Indeed, and CB Driver. Google, Indeed, and CB Driver. You'll apply directly through the courier's website with the courier resume, showing them your DoorDash, your Uber, thank you, Ms. Keita, your Spark, your Amazon Flex, your Lyft experience. And then you will follow up to the best of your ability. When you go through the source, not through Indeed or Monster or ZipRecruiter, when you go through the source, through their direct website, navigate to their opportunities, if the position is still there, that's what lets you know, okay, this is an active and open position. When you apply, you can apply confidently with that resume. You don't have to guess that they get your application. You know they did, because you'll get a confirmation email even after the fact. Not a confirmation that you're signing on, a confirmation that they simply got your application. Now it's going to be up to you to follow up. You got to call everybody. You got to email everyone that you can, get on their nerves, nag them until they give you a chance. They're not going to jump through the phone and jump you. A closed mouth does not get fed in a cutthroat industry like transportation. This is why when people say, oh, I've been doing that, I haven't heard from anybody. There's nothing in my area. Depending on your area, everything may not be online. Go to the source. You got pharmacies, you got body shops, you got dealerships, collision centers, you got doctor's offices, hospitals, vet clinics. Don't neglect our furry friends. They get medication and labs transported too. Nursing homes, airports, shipyards. Go to the source. Go to the source. Ask who does their deliveries. If you're in a small area, everything may not be online. I'm in a small town. I'm not in Atlanta. I'm not in Savannah. We are in Middle Georgia. Still a six-figure business. Still made this happen in a 2016 Kia Forte. Took us almost a month to secure our first contract. So if we would have given up week 1, week 2, or even week 3, we wouldn't be here now where we are. So I'm telling y'all, do your part and you will see success. Now, if you don't want to navigate an industry blind, if you don't know who's trusted and who pays well, if you don't know how to search for all types of cargo, if you don't have a professional courier resume done, because by the time you piece together 2 companies from this person's page and 3 companies from this person's live, and then 2 more companies from this person's page, and then 4 companies from ChatGPT, by the time you get that resume done, by the time you get that application in, the route is gone. The contract is fulfilled. Just like the cargo moves like this, the contracts move in relation to the cargo. The contracts move like this. You snooze, you lose. That's why people that want to get straight to this money, I'm not in the business of convincing. Like I said, I don't care if y'all get in or not. It's not going to affect me. So if you're going to keep believing, oh, this is not for me. Oh, there's no money in this. Oh, she's just talking. Please believe that. Please believe that. More room, more money for the rest of us. Okay? So I'm not here to convince you. You know yourself whether you're serious or whether you're not. It's nothing I can say to change it. It's nothing I can say to convince you. If you're a naysayer. Thank you, Julian. Thank you, Kizzy. So you get over here. You don't have to start with no sense of direction. Thank you, Donna. You get my resume. You get my scripts to follow up. You get all my companies. Your car is too old. Maybe look into renting, or maybe look into family and friends vehicles. Renting through Turo, y'all, is cheap. I was an ex-Turo host. The same car that we did courier work with, I threw that thing up on Turo. Made passive income from Turo. This is why we're called Road to Revenue, y'all. One stream of income is too close to none. So try Turo. But over here at Road to Revenue, we're going to learn multiple roads to revenue. We're going to learn budgeting. You got to learn how to budget. If you can't manage your personal expenses, you'll never be able to manage business expenses. This is why most businesses fail within the first year. Now, we'll learn mindset. Y'all, mindset is everything. What about HIPAA? Mindset is everything. Okay? HIPAA is not really my concern, y'all. HIPAA and bloodborne pathogen, you get it if you want it, don't if you don't. If you're talking about the way that it's spelled, different places spell it differently. Some people put HIPAA, some put HIPPA. I thought it was HIPPA, and they put HIPAA. Okay, either way, it's HIPAA and bloodborne. It's only assisting you on the medical side of deliveries. So, anyways, back to what I was saying. What the hell was I saying? Now I'm getting sidetracked. Oh, this is why we're called multiple roads of road to revenue, because we're going to learn multiple roads to revenue. Your mindset is everything. If you're always a person that believes, oh, that's them, but it can't be me, that's a mindset issue. You got to address that before you could ever be an entrepreneur. Mindset is everything. You got to be able to pivot. Thank you, Julian. You got to believe you can because you can. You know how many people didn't wake up today? You know how many people died in their sleep? You know how many people died in a car crash on the way to work this morning? So you're still alive. What are you doing with the time that God allowed you? Would you recommend a Sprinter van or a small van? Whatever's in your price range. If you can't see it in your mind, you can hold it. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. Julian is speaking a word. Okay? Julian is speaking a word. It starts up here. So we'll do a mindset webinar. All of this is rolling out in August. I'm going to open it up to y'all here on TikTok. Tickets will be $20. We're going to do all these different webinars. We're going to do a courier webinar beginning to end. We're going to do a mindset webinar. We're going to do a budgeting webinar like I told you. We're going to do a Turo webinar for those interested in being a Turo host. We're going to do a marketing webinar. Marketing is a big part of this business. In any business, you got to market yourself. You got to put yourself out there. So we're going to do a marketing webinar. Y'all know I have my business degree. I could teach you how to market any business. We're going to do a marketing webinar. We're also any business. We're going to do a marketing webinar. We're also, thank you, Julian. Thank you, Bambi. Bambi said, I'm definitely down. I know that's right. Thank you, Julian, for the gifts. Thank you, love. Thank you, Delisha, for liking the live. We're also going to do an investing webinar. Now, this is not my area of expertise, but when I say all my man does is study investing in crypto and stocks and all of this, and to me, it goes in one ear and out the other, I let him invest my money. But y'all, crypto was just signed into law. If you're sleeping on crypto, you are going to be very disappointed in a few years. Okay? The value of the dollar is going down. It's time to get with the digital age. Okay? Or get left behind. So this is why we're called Road to Revenue. So that being said, I'm so happy you were successful in school and had great parents supporting you. Can't wait to join. Thank you so much, Delisha. I am who I am because of my parents, because they worked their ass off. They worked their ass off to give me a good life. Okay? And I'm doing everything I can to try to hopefully repay them in some form or another. I can never repay them, but come close to it. Okay? I'm trying to retire my parents, y'all. My parents were 40. This is why they were able to give me such a good life, because they were 40 when they had me. My older sister is 43 years old. My brother is 33. My sister's old enough to be my mother. So nobody was babying me. Nobody was piecing together every little detail for me. I grew up competing with my older brother and sister. Y'all, my sister worked for the Obama administration, and we're not getting political, but when I say we're bosses over here, when I say Our parents did their thing. I mean that. Okay? Anyways, we're not going to talk about that. We're going to move forward, y'all. So, I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying, do your part. Whether you get in this industry or whatever you do, if you're going to stay at your job, make sure you're living a life that you love. Make sure you're doing something that you are proud of. That you can rest your head at night and know that you put forth the best effort that you could. Okay? Now, over here, like I said, you get everything done. You get all my companies, you get my scripts, you get my resume, you get my live overview, you get access to me in my community chat. So now I got to speed this up because I've been yapping. I'm about to show you the cargo that we transport. Okay, this whole thing started in a Kia Forte. A Kia Forte. That's my man, transporting with T-Force Logistics. Here we are. The same dog that I showed y'all earlier. The same dog that's clucking around right now. Okay, Home Depot delivery. Everything is not medical. Top performer at Geico, just like I said. Worked there from 2021 to 2025, May of this year. Big degree, just like I said. Don't play with it. Auto parts. Auto parts are paying. That'll fit right in your center console. More auto parts, a whole bumper. Imagine what that is paying. Come on now. A airport delivery. Twick and TSA clearance. Get onto the shipyards. The airports make the big money. Me with my man. I told y'all I've been in the field. But I secure these contracts. That's my role in the business. He could be out there. Doing this. I'm home. I'm home teaching y'all. Let's show y'all a SUV route. Here's us with our vans, y'all. This is gross pay. Driver's pay comes out of this. Insurance comes out of this. Notes comes out of this. Gas comes out of this. Y'all get it. It's okay. Still plenty left over. Promise you that. We still run our SUV. That's how much money is out here. Still run our SUV. Everybody's in the comments of this. The search on this video is literally how to be a medical courier. If I could jump through the phone and grab everybody, I would. This is not medical stuff. You can see the body shop in the background. These are auto parts. Auto parts. All right, y'all get it. Now, my community, the sneak peek, I'm not gonna lie, we don't have as much time. I'm gonna give y'all, after I do the sneak peek, I'm gonna give y'all another 10 minutes because I know I was yapping for a minute. So let's see what's all included. Introduction to the industry, requirements, supplies, and links to certifications, my whole entire live overview, the keywords to search for all types of cargo so that you're not just looking for medical courier contracts near me, auto parts contracts near me, courier contracts near me. All of that is good, but it'll still show you other types of cargo. But the more specific you are in your search, the more tailored your results are going to be. So I give you the keywords to search for all types of cargo. I allow you to see what courier boards we use to find what's in our direct area, because yeah, the nationwide companies are cool, but how do we find what's near us? How do we find what's in our direct area? So you plug my keywords into my courier boards. You do this daily. It doesn't matter if you get in my community or not. The guide isn't going to use itself. So you got to get through it. You got to be disciplined. I know life is going to life. I know those kids are kidding. I know life is lifing. But you got to do your part regardless. So plug my keywords into my courier boards. Find what's near you. Do this daily for a solid 3 weeks. Then start working your way down the nationwide companies. Apply to those in your area and refer back to the others. Remember, the contracts are constantly changing. We got to constantly look. So Only difference between you doing this on your own or getting in my community is the fact that you're able to reference a list of already vetted, already verified courier companies. You still have to do your part. I still can't apply for anyone. I don't have your driver's license number. I don't have your address. I don't have your social. I don't have your date of birth. So I can't apply for a single soul. You got to apply for yourself. Okay, you have to apply yourself. So you get my keywords. You get the nationwide companies. You get my resume on page 11, and you get my scripts to effectively follow up. If you want to put eyes on it real quick, it's going to get blurry because people think that they're going to screen record, and you thought, nice try. Okay. For that reason, it's going to be blurry. Everybody who has purchased will tell you, you will read and see everything when you get in the room, So here's the introduction. Thank you, Julian. Here's the introduction. Here's requirements, expectations, links to certifications, supplies. Here's my whole entire live overview, the different types of cargo, the LLC insurance conversation, business bank account, master contracting is there. The keywords to search for all types of cargo given to you. You plug them into my recommended sites. These are the courier boards to find everything in your area. Yes, there's Google and Indeed and CB Driver. There's more than Google and Indeed and CB Driver. Plug my keywords into the courier boards. Find what's near you, and then work your way down the nationwide companies. Apply to who's in your area, refer back to the others, or start hiring drivers. Okay? Here is the resume that I use to secure our contracts on page 11. And then the scripts to effectively follow up on pages 12 and 13. There's a script to check on the status of your application. Another script to say what I say, y'all, to communicate about delays. Because stuff is going to happen. You got to know how to speak to them that doesn't send them into a panic. Remember, they care about that cargo getting from point A to point B and getting there safely and getting there on time. The moment that you're not on time because you got a flat tire, the moment that you're not on time because your kids were running crazy, you got to communicate this in a way that doesn't compromise your contract that you worked so hard to secure. It's all about how you speak. Now you get another script to pitch your courier services to the businesses directly near you. This is how we get away from a middleman, a courier company, an application period. We could go straight to the source, go straight to the businesses near us. You got a pharmacy on Main Street, your mechanic downtown, your doctor's office on the corner. You could go straight there and pitch your courier services. I give you a script to do that so you can have your city on lock as it relates to smaller cargo. I told y'all in everyone's area, everything isn't online or on Google or Indeed or CB Driver and so on and so forth. Okay? You got to go to the source sometimes. Let me say hey to more people getting in the Discord. Let me say hey to my people. I know that's right. So you get in the room with how many now? What we at now? Okay, still over 250, almost to 260. 260 couriers. Now, y'all, more than 260 people got the ultimate guide. But it's unfortunate that more than half of them ran off on me. Y'all worried about me running off on y'all. I'm worried about y'all running off on me. People get the guide, but they never get into the Discord. So then there's no way for me to answer your questions. It's in my bio. Tractor in my bio. Click my profile picture. Click it one more time. It'll bring you to my main TikTok page. You'll see something that says beacons. You'll click there. It'll bring you to my website. It's the ultimate guide that we're referencing. So half the people ran off on me. Now I can't review your resume. I can't answer your questions. You can't ask me about a specific company. I can't tell you who I did the Home Depot delivery for. I can't tell you who we did the airport delivery for. Can't tell you who we deliver auto parts for because you didn't get in the room. I drop tips and leads on top of what I've already given in the guide. On top of what is already given to you. Clock that. Stuff in everyone's areas. Don't play with me. East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, I got you. I come in here. I really encourage and motivate my people. I really talk in here. This is no dead Discord chat. Anybody, too much info. Anybody in here will tell you. Okay? Now, in 1 week, 5 people in my community secured contracts. 5 people. Now, they could be on-call opportunities or they can be dedicated routes. Nevertheless, they are moving forward. They are seeing success. Okay? 5 people. Clock that. Now you're able to message me privately. Notice how I have not a single unread message today. Not a single unread message. And this is typical for me because I actually support my people. I don't take lightly that people invest their hard-earned money with me in this economy. Understand that I'm not going to take lightly or play with your investment, whether it's $55 or $5. I'm a Christian. Now, I'm not a perfect Christian. Like I told y'all, I'm still in my 20s, still a little young and turned. Okay? But I bet I'm in that Bible, though. I bet I'm in that Bible. Okay? So I'm not going to sit here and scam anybody. You get over here, I got you. So let's take a look. Miss Sandra, doing the background check and starting the onboarding process. Check the timestamps. Thank you, Julian. Mo Bless, I just wanted to give a big shout out to Road to Revenue for guiding my way into my first medical career position. Today was my first day with, and I know it's more contracts to come. You better clock that. Okay, just received a response praying that it fits my schedule. Let's see. G Money, if you hear, just do it. Purchased it on Friday, already talking to my first company on today. I know that's right. Real live results. Somebody in my real life just got off with, I start with them 7/14. That was a few weeks ago. Miss Teresa, June 27th. I just wanted to share some exciting news. I recently landed a gig with. Additionally, I received an email from requesting my driver's license for a background. Let's remember to apply every day and not give up. Get in the room and you'll see all of this. Good afternoon. I have a quick update. I have an in-person orientation tomorrow with July 2nd. Dana, who is in here. Good morning, everyone. I'm finishing my onboarding with, as an independent courier, July 15th. My girl Amethyst, I completed my first week with. How can I stack contracts? I know that's right. Dr. LeConte, a whole doctor out here, just landed contract number 2. Keep working, applying, following up, and responding. If a doctor is tapping into this career money, if that doesn't tell you something, I don't know what will. Nelly's saying, this guide really put into perspective how to conduct myself as a professional. I know my unprofessionalism cost me a few contracts. So thank you for this. Thank you for putting this into perspective. And my sprinter will be out the shop and I'll start locking down these contracts. I know that's right. Okay, this could be you. We just finally took business photos after years. Okay, finally took some business photos. Now look at Miss Latoya. She had to pivot a little bit. She pivoted and now is starting training tomorrow, which is today because this is from yesterday. I know that's right. All right, so get in the room and this could be you. Any money you spend bettering yourself, learning new skills, and leveling up is never a waste. It's also a write-off. This is not my post. I literally just saw this on social media. Okay, the people that get it, get it. Now, these scammers, these fake pages, they will message you something like this. Oh, you did the 55 deposit. Now you need to add 144. Oh, you did the 55. Now you need to send me 250 to really get in the community. Y'all, if it's not from this page with almost 14,000 followers, if it's not from our backup page at R2R Backup, it is not us. I won't talk to you like this. Who the hell they think they're talking to? Okay? Hey, consultant chick. Right, scammer. I know that's right. Oh, we have a 5-year contract, $1,500, $3,500 weekly. Come on, y'all. I'm not gonna message you about any opportunity on TikTok. Self-investment gives you the biggest interest in life. Okay? Invest in yourself. Get in the room. I'm not gonna message you anything about this nonsense. It is 55 and 55 only over here. 55 and 55 only. And they watch my live, so they hear me right now. And they're like, damn, we can't make any money today. Yeah, no, you can't. You can't. Okay? So to get to it, click my profile picture. Click it one more time. It'll bring you here to my main TikTok page. Once you are here, you will click where it says Beacons, Beacons. It'll open up for you. after you click open anyway, because it's just a TikTok security measure letting you know you're going outside of the platform, you can click get access to the ultimate guide is what we're referencing. The one-on-one is if I need to do everything for you. Klarna and Afterpay, $13.75 with Klarna and Afterpay. Here's everything that I went over, everything that's included, no monthly subscription included. You scroll past this at checkout. All sales are final. This is no different than a book you go buy at the bookstore. It is a digital educational resource. It is a write-off. You scroll past this at checkout. Nobody will be doing any chargebacks. Nobody will be disputing with their bank. I got my receipts, love. Now, you can view the reviews, 8 5-star reviews all around, okay? Because I don't play. Never played. Never played, okay? So, get on over here. Get on over here. So you will click get access. You put in your name, your email you want it to go to. Check your spam and promotions folder. It should be there, y'all. It's set automatically by the computer. Leave the discount field blank. You see it's originally $75. As soon as I get off here in 10 minutes, it's going right back to $75. You can put your card in or check out with Klarna or Afterpay for the $13.75. 4 installments, interest-free of $13.75. Okay? Now, y'all, that is it. That is all. Y'all got 10 minutes to get in. Y'all got 10 minutes. I also have 10 minutes to address anyone's final questions, comments, concerns. I'm going to check my DMs too real quick to make sure nobody is having any issues, to make sure everybody that joined or is going to join the community, that you were able to download the guide, that you were able to get into the Discord. You got to get in the Discord. And my email, if you ever need to email me, is on your receipt. Okay, don't send me a DM on TikTok. It's no telling when I'm going to get to it. Do y'all know how many DMs I have? Okay. Do not send me a DM on TikTok if you're in the community. You need to be messaging me on Discord, or you need to be sending me an email. Let me check my DM real quick. Y'all have 10 minutes. Let me start my timer. I'll start it when it hits 110, because at 120, I'm off here. I've gone over my time at this point, but I did get on here late today. So technically, I'm just on time. I'm on time, but I did get on here late. Oh, look at Julian. Julian, that is so sweet of you. I'm going to respond to you, Julian. I see your DM. I'm going to respond to you when I get off here, when I have time to, really look at it. Let me see. Let me make sure. And people are asking for my location. Location does not matter. Location does not matter in this game. I don't care where you are. You shouldn't care where I am. Just get in. Welcome, Chastity. Welcome, Chastity, to the community. Welcome, Chastity. I know that's right, girl. Welcome to Road to Revenue. Let me start my 10-minute timer. Y'all have 10 minutes now officially. Come on, come on. Set a timer 10 minutes. Okay, y'all got 10 minutes. I would like to apply. If you want to apply, all the steps you need is on the screen, love. I've gone through the rundown. I've gone through the requirements. I've gone through everything you need. If you need to catch this live replay, you can watch it back on YouTube at Road to Revenue. But I've literally exhausted myself today, giving so much valuable free information. So if you want to catch the replay, you can do that. Or you could catch me another day. Or you can join the community. Thank you, T, for liking the live. Thank you, thank you. Okay, y'all. Any final questions, comments, concerns, anything, y'all? Besides going over the steps, because the steps are right here on the screen, is there any specific questions that y'all have that I can address in this final 8 minutes and counting? Oh, my scalp itching. These braids tight. Okay. But they look good, but goodness. I feel like I talked my ish. I'm not gonna cuss. I talked my ish today. I did. I hope I didn't rub anyone the wrong way, y'all. But I talked some ish today. Do you speak about car insurance? I do. We spoke on it. You just meet the requirements in the contract description. So if they're requiring commercial, then you get commercial. You're good. Thank you, Miss Nikki. Because sometimes I rub people the wrong way. And that's never my intention. But it's just like people are used to people talking to them like babies. And I'm just not going to do it. I just don't have it in me. You just meet the requirements, the insurance requirements in the contract. So if they're requiring commercial, then you get commercial. If they're not requiring commercial, which is a lot of contracts out here, then you don't have to have commercial. You just need full coverage, full coverage. Now you can get business insurance. You can add a cargo coverage to protect you if that's what you want to do. You can up your coverage limit on your standard auto policy to further protect you. But nobody knows that you're a courier unless you tell them that you're a courier. Thank you, Julian. The other iPad has cut off. It died. So the YouTube peeps are gone. You hire drivers, or do you just add them to your insurance? Did you hire drivers, or did you just add them to your insurance? If you're hiring drivers, they need to have their own insurance. They need to have their own. Because they're going to be in their own vehicle as well. We're not buying a vehicle for anybody. Yeah, if you hire drivers, Miss Stephanie, we're not buying a vehicle. So they're in their own vehicle. They should already be insured. They should already be insured. Now, when you hire drivers, let me speak on this piece. Make sure you have them fill out a W-9. Make sure they understand that they're a 1099 contractor. No benefits, no time off, no, what else? Excuse me, y'all. No benefits, no time off, no health insurance. Okay, understand that they know this. You're deciding to be a 1099 contractor. That's everything that you'll have to deal with on your own. The money is still worth it. The money is still worth it. Now, you may not believe it coming from me because y'all know I'm not 26 yet. I'm still on my parents' insurance. Thank God. Okay, thank God. But like I said, I don't go to those doctors. I've basically told myself I'm not going to the doctor unless it's an emergency, because I go there and they don't take me seriously anyway. So I'm going to diagnose myself at home with ChatGPT unless it's an emergency. So now I've had to get dental. If y'all were here earlier, now y'all know I've had to get dental. Went to the dentist yesterday and found out that at 22, you can no longer be on a dental policy. Well, that's news to me. So now guess who had to come out of pocket? Hundreds of dollars because I had x-rays and a cleaning. Yeah, I was ready to turn up in there. But of course I didn't. I kept it classy and cute. Okay, but I called my mom. I'm like, Ma, you did not tell me this. They would be driving for your company though, right? Yeah, they could drive for you, but they're still going to have their own stuff. We're not buying a vehicle. We're not putting them on our insurance. They need to come with their own stuff. They need to come with their own, Miss Stephanie. Stephanie is my mom's name. So when I see a Stephanie, I always gotta... I love the Stephanies. I love the Stephanies. Are you seeing my message? No. Something that you're saying is being blocked by TikTok. So try to reword what you're saying because I'm not seeing it at all. I'm not seeing it. Yes, her name is Stephanie. And that's my girl. That's my mama. The text I just got from my man is crazy. The text I just got is just crazy. Let me keep my mouth shut, y'all. But people always want a handout. This is why I say, before you make it, you leaving Geico? Oh, you crazy. Oh, you're crazy. Oh, y'all are doing what? Y'all are getting into transportation. Do y'all know what y'all are doing? Are you sure you want to do that? Are you sure? Now that we've made it, those same very people now want a handout. They now want something given to them. They now want our help. It's always crazy till you make it. You're always crazy till you make it. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Because maybe they may see this, okay? So let me be quiet. But it's just crazy. Like, you wasn't supporting. You had all that crap to talk. But now you want our assistance. This is reality. This is reality. Facts, Julian said. Y'all got 2 minutes, y'all. 2 minutes. 2 minutes, 30 seconds. I doubt if somebody is waiting to the last very minute, you better hurry up. Okay, you better hurry up. I now keep my entrepreneur plans to myself. Family be the worst. I'm telling you, they will speak fear. They will speak that they will project their insecurities onto you. They will project their failed business plans onto you. Thank you, Deanna. I'm on every day, Monday through Friday from 9 to 1 p.m. Eastern. You wasn't with me when I was shooting in the gym. I know that's right. Okay? And we didn't even speak on it getting started, Miss Tracy. We didn't even speak on it too much, but it comes to a point where, your family or friends, whoever, they're going to see it. They're going to see it. They see you in vans. They end up finding out. And then when it came to me leaving Geico, when I say my grandma could have had a heart attack, I know I've said that before, but she really was about to lose her mind. Because I was at Geico since 2021. And I know to God that doesn't seem like long. But for me, fresh out of high school, to get out at Geico and to be there for years and years. And now I'm talking about, I'm leaving Geico. She was like, huh? What? You're doing what? I'm like, Grandma, just chill. I got this. Kiana excels in everything that she does. I don't half-ass anything that I do. So I told her, I got this. And now she sees me now. She's like, I'm so happy. I'm so glad. Okay. All that, Miss Tracy said. All that. I'm just going to say these are the very people that don't even congratulate us. That have never even fixed their mouth or even their fingers to type a congratulations. People in our very family. And you want help from us. F ya. Okay? I don't care who you are. It was sent to your check your spam and promotions folder, Nikki. It should be there. Search Discord or search Road to Revenue. It should be there. The time is up, y'all. The time is up. For real, F 'em, okay? It should be there. If not, let me know, love. I'll wait to make sure that you can find it. I'll wait to make sure. Let me see if the YouTube saved. So I want to be a part of the community. I have some emergency funds I have to handle, but I'll join. Okay, Lee. That's fine, love. Thank you for everything. Seriously. Thank you, Lee, for supporting, for liking, for showing love, for being positive. I don't just appreciate my people that get in. I appreciate each and every single one of y'all. Some people got to rock with me for a little while. Some people got to feel me out. You should be skeptical on the internet because there's a whole lot of liars up here. So if you got to feel me out, if you got to rock with me a different day, if you got to go watch the replay on YouTube, if you got to do whatever, move some things around, you're good, love. Thank you. Okay, you're good. Let me see if this live saved. Damn, I don't think the live saved. Probably because it cut off in the middle. That is gonna piss me off. Let me see. Well, if that's the case, thank you, love. I appreciate you. If that's the case, I'll just have to download it from I'll just have to download it and upload it from TikTok. Please save it. I'm at work, needed the government contract part. Okay, I will download it from TikTok, y'all. If it doesn't save, I'll just download it from TikTok. But why didn't it save though? Y'all, YouTube is like a whole different world for me. Like, it's a whole different world. Hold on. That is so annoying. Not the live didn't save. It's probably better if I just download it from TikTok anyway. This was my first day trying out live on YouTube. So I'll be more prepared maybe tomorrow. So I'll just download it from TikTok. I'm just waiting on my girl, Miss Nikki. You too, Lee. You too. Thank you, Miss Donna. I'm just waiting on Miss Nikki, see if she could get in the Discord, and anybody else, y'all. Anybody else that got in Road to Revenue. You're gonna wait because you're driving? Okay, yeah. I don't want you in no accident, Miss Nikki. Let me see. I could look up your name and just go ahead and send you the link just in case. Let me see. Because I know you're following. Let me see if I can find Miss Nikki. Nikki Nicole. Let me see. Let me just search up your name. What am I doing? It's going to go to your request because I've never DM'd you. So you got to go to your request. Nikki Nicole. Here you are right here. Oh, not your videos playing. Oh, my girl's pretty, beautiful, Miss Nikki. Okay, let me send you the Discord link right here. I got you, love. I got you. Yes, ma'am. My people, so beautiful. Love y'all to death. Okay, I sent it over to you, Miss Nikki. Okay, so I'm about to get up off here. All right, I gotta go eat me something. My man is home, about to get back out there. Okay, I will see y'all again another day, or I'll see y'all over on YouTube. Like I said, you know, somebody sitting on their behind. You want to catch this live replay from the beginning, all the tips. Give me till about maybe 7 or 8 p.m. tonight. I'm going to have it up. It has to download hours worth of footage, and then I have to upload it to YouTube, and that takes another hour. Okay, so give me some time, y'all, but it'll be up there tonight. But y'all go tap in because I put it up there, but then nobody watches it. So share it, y'all. Subscribe. You know somebody's sitting on their butt, send them the replay. Okay. Thank you. I'll see you in Discord, Miss Nikki. Always a pleasure. Julian, I'm about to go look at your message right now, Julian. Thank you so much for all your love and support. Thank you. Your gifts, your likes, your love. I appreciate you. Okay, y'all. I go live weekday mornings, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday. I'll see y'all again another day. Y'all be safe.